the stars align with you, I can't help but think of you. When the stars align with you, I can't help. When the stars align with you, I can't help but think of you. When the stars align with you, I can't help but think of you. When the stars align with you, I can't help but think of you. When the stars align with you, I can't help but think of you.
Hello everyone and welcome to the mania 7-key World Cup 2018 quarterfinal stage. And today I'm Juan Crystal, joined with Stupid Man on the commentary. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good so far. We have a really actually crazy match coming up here, I think. I mean, this is China versus Philippines here. This is something with a lot of, I think, variables going into it. I'm not really sure what you think.
Well, definitely. This is a pretty hard to predict matchup, I will say, because you don't really know if the Philippines team has what it takes to take points out of China. But considering that China has been a bit rusty on this last rounds, they kind of give a little bit of hope to the Philippines. Perhaps they can take the win, perhaps they can take some points. Definitely a very unpredictable match.
Yeah, I mean, here we've got China. I mean, I feel like throughout this whole tournament, they haven't really been using rosters that kind of output their full potential. And, you know, if they have been, then they definitely aren't really performing on a level that they have been, at least compared to last year. So really, I mean, this could be a chance for Philippines to, I mean, I'd say if the Philippines wins here, they take an upset.
Definitely. The Philippines is a team here that is the underdog. China, though as we said a little bit on the intro of this tournament, they're still the favorites to take second spot. Maybe comparable with Malaysia, they have been performing really well so far in the tournament. But again, they have Sanfang, they have Saturday, they have QX, Wilbur Chan. Every single one of those 4 players in China are just very strong overall. And I feel that increasing difficulty is going to help out more than it will hurt to the Chineses.
Yeah, I mean, especially since like a lot of the Chinese players, they tend to have like, I think especially QX in general, like he's had some pretty questionable accuracy. And I think that's really going to play into this round here because quarterfinals, I think this is where the map pool kind of, you see that cross between like actual dense patterning and accuracy. And this is still where accuracy is really important. So if the Philippines can outplay China on that, I think they actually have a chance to take a couple points here.
We'll have to wait and see. Here we are already swapping into the room with the warm-ups prepared. And it's gonna be Yuki no Reason. This is an Arwin Olivares chart, so no big surprise. This is the warm-up by the Philippines. School Idol project, of course, the kind of music that Arwin
charts normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I mean, honestly, like, I'm guessing this is a more meme pick considering the difficulty name, but still, I'm probably expecting some average Arkwin patterns. And actually, that is kind of interesting because we do have an Arkwin chart in the map pool itself. So maybe we could see which team's better on stuff like that. Who knows?
That's actually a pretty fair argument, I will say. I'm not too sure what to expect out of this map. I remember Arwin asking me if he could use it, so it should be around 5 minutes long. So that could be a potential sign in terms of maybe stamina or maybe just focus issues. Maybe some of the players here will struggle a little bit on that. But again, it's just a warm-up. I don't think they will take it too seriously.
Yeah, if we look at the actual Arkwin chart that's in the map pool, which I believe is
Choir Jail.
Choir Jail. Yeah, Choir Jail. It's like, it's not really long, but there's definitely some like finger dependence, like streams coupled with LNs like next to those streams. So that's kind of standard patterning for Arkwin. So I mean, if he can hold his ground on this chart compared to China, and I think really this game's going to come down to how Cielo plays. If he can do the same, then I think we'll see it, because I think that Arkwin chart's not really the only song in the pool that's like strictly finger dependence. Like you got the Lord Rika chart, I believe, which is seven colors. Yeah, so stuff like that. I mean, that's probably what Philippines could be picking towards, depending on the outcome of this warm up here.
Well, I mean, they could try as well go for some SV actions perhaps, maybe one day, because I don't know if you're aware of, but one day was a qualifier for the 7-key Philippines national tournament. So they probably have a bit of experience with that beat map actually. Could be a good advantage.
Yeah, and I guess another thing to note out is that Philippines did pick an SV chart as their first pick against France, which was their round of 16 game, and I believe they took that pretty convincingly. So if they're feeling confident enough, they probably will go with one day. But I wouldn't put it behind China to outright ban one day too, because if they're not feeling confident on SVs, or maybe they're just not prepared. And I think normally if someone were to ban an SV pick, they would ban outside. But I think in this case against Philippines, it'd probably be better to pick one day.
If they have the information of one day being the qualifier, definitely. Like, you don't really I would imagine though China could have prepared one day. It's not a particularly difficult chart to prepare. Like, it takes a little bit of practice, of course, like any normal SV map, but it's not really long. It's kind of a one-trick pony as well. Most of the map is quite consistent.
Yeah, I guess the nice thing about one day is that it's definitely like, compared to the last round's like really tough SV chart, which would be Gum, like one day is definitely easier. I think it'd be more along the lines of like, is this love? And that's a fairly simple pick too, and a lot of teams definitely prepared that. So I mean, one day is like, it's one of those things that if you get, like, you definitely get a really high score on. But the thing is, China, it really just comes down to if they have that prepared or not. I'm not so sure that they will have it prepared.
I will say that Satori will likely do well. He did well on the previous round on the SV pick. It was actually the one you mentioned before as well, Is This Love?
Oh, that's true.
I
That was
believe
against
he got a full
Canada, I
combo.
think.
Yeah.
That was like best score in the entire lobby, like by far. So that's still, I guess, definitely something to look out for. Actually, seems like QX missing there. I think that does mean Philippines is going to take the advantage here. That's actually fairly interesting. This definitely doesn't have as much like finger independence involved as much as I thought it would, at least compared to like something like Choir Jail. But there's definitely a lot of like dense BMS patterning here.
Yep, quite dense they look like. They didn't look as complicated as they could have been, but still like pretty dense nonetheless. I'll say that this game is gonna most likely be decided between QX and Cielo Day. I'm not so sure the lineup of China. I don't know if they have all the players available for this round. Hopefully they do, but I feel like QX, like quarterfinals is like a level of difficulty where you want QX to play pretty much all the maps because he's one of the better players in terms of like high-end stuff, like speed overall. I don't think he's particularly strong at long nodes, so maybe he could be sub of some particular picks like April 14, but he's a player that's gonna be key for this matchup. I think with Cielo Day, they're gonna be like one against each other. Arguin is trying to match the better player, maybe Saturday in SVs or Sanfang for accuracy on the more BMS oriented patterns.
Yeah, I would argue that also not only QX would be important to China, but also Zhangfan in general. Like he's a very strong player, and I mean he's got that accuracy and he's got that ability to read really dense charts, and I think that's absolutely perfect for this pool. So if he's able to play and he's able to set some really high scores, like that could definitely put China way ahead of the Philippines here. But I'm not entirely sure. I mean, just off the lineup we have right now, I can't really tell if he's here. He's played a couple games, I think, not too many though. So if this just happens to be one of the games that he's sitting out on, then that could be very bad. But I highly doubt that he's not here right now.
Well, if he's around, he's probably gonna get in to play at one point or another.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he really just came in. I think on probably the accuracy or BMS style pick, so like I guess good bounce and maybe passage D. Probably Deus Ex Machina, but those charts in general like will probably. I mean, I think if China has a chance, it'll be on those charts.
Oh well, we're starting to see a little bit of connection issues here by QX, which is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fortunate that it's happening on a warm up. But we hope that doesn't happen on any of the matches, the actual maps.
Yeah, I think a problem I've seen just at least from personal experience with connection issues is that like when someone drops, usually it stays kind of consistent throughout the whole game. Like they'll maybe drop one map and then maybe like 3 or 4 maps later they'll drop again if they're still playing.
Hopefully it's not the case for this one. Hopefully we have a match with not many complications.
Yeah, actually Cielo Day being the only person now to be holding an FC, which is kind of surprising for me. Not really a big deal to, I guess, be one miss off the rest of the team. Oh, we actually do have a DC coming from QX here. But still, I mean, Cielo Day, he's holding very strong right now, and definitely better than Satori. Arquin's still holding better than Satori too, just missing on that little burst there. But actually, yeah, this play I think is really impressive. If Cielo Day keeps up this kind of these kind of scores that he's hitting right now, I think it's going to be really beneficial to the Philippines team.
I mean, it will be a key thing, honestly. I feel like the Philippines are looking good at least for this warm-up. I will say this map isn't as far of distance to the quarterfinals level. Oh, there is a miss by Cielo Day, unfortunately, but I will say this ending is a little bit harsher than most of the maps in the pool, but overall it seems like around round of 16 quarterfinals, like right on the edge between those two pools. So this isn't even that easy or that difficult. So if Philippines is looking this strong on this warm-up, they can keep it up on the maps, on the actual match. China could be in trouble on this one. It could be a very, very close match.
Yeah, I think one thing to point out though is Cielo Day's accuracy there. He had the lowest ratio or perfect 300 to normal 300 ratio there, which could be kind of bad on some of these charts if it's really focused on like just accuracy. Like I think Deus Ex Machina in particular, that's going to be fairly tough, I think, to actually deal with. But as long as Seal Day focuses on not hitting those 200s, which I think are probably going to be the biggest like hit to anybody's score here, I think he should be okay.
Yeah, but again, those are the kind of maps you expect QX to play as well, and QX accuracy has not been the best either. So
Yeah,
I think they're kind of evenly matched on that. Like on the down section of the screen right here, we see both players.
That's actually going to be really interesting then, because if QX has that kind of accuracy and so does Seal Day, and they're pretty evenly matched, and then it comes down to maybe Arkwin or Satori or Arkwin and someone else, I mean, like, who knows, really? I think like this is actually very close, or a lot closer than I imagined.
Have to wait and see. Here we have the second warm-up already prepared, selected by China. It's Addiction. A little bit of a more popular song, I will argue, than the School Idol that we heard before. I think I hear this a couple of times in the past. I'm not so sure where, but I think I know this song.
Yeah, I admittedly have not heard this before, so we'll see how this goes. Knowing China's scenes could be maybe LN oriented.
I think so. I mean, this could just be a combo, really.
But, yeah, that makes sense. Seems like a couple warm-ups have been like converts from other games. Hey, but yeah, it doesn't. Oh, okay, highlight. Wow, I was gonna say like this doesn't seem LN oriented, and then you got the sweeps there. So
good riffs.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward map so far, though, other than the riffs. But it's probably gonna get very, very crazy on the chorus. I can feel it.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot more of those sweeps coming in towards the chorus here. I mean, got a couple there, and it's actually just pretty basic dancing right now. Yeah. This actually looks just a bit like a faster version of Deus Ex Machina. Which, I mean, that chart by Spoon Guy in the map pool has got a couple of LNs in it, the slow section, but other than that, it's fairly basic patterning, and it's kind of similar to this, where it's not like a completely consistent like beat that you kind of follow for like a normal chord streaming chart, but there's a lot of like maybe some more technical sections of it, like we see here. Maybe not in this section,
not as
but like
comfortable patterns as this one is showing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like overall, even though the snaps here changes eventually on the chorus, they get a little bit faster apart. They mostly look like straightforward-ish patterns. Like, I want to say rollish, but I'm not sure if that concept is like even accurate on the 7-key terminology. I will say they're just like simple, like visually appealing patterns.
Yeah. Oh wow, that I don't even know what to call that, but I mean, I feel like that's kind of the case with 7-key, but like some of these patterns are just really crazy to hit. And I think it's worth noting that on a couple of the releases for the LNs, like Arkwin I think was hitting a lot of 200s there, and he's I guess more or less tanking. But if we see like that kind of performance on, I guess, a chart like, I guess, Introduction and Variations, which, I mean, that's basically completely LN release oriented. That's going to be really tough, I think. And
I mean, but have to be fair though, that section, though the releases were kind of complicated, it was mostly just the pattern in between, like adding the layers of alongness made it quite complicated.
I think it's worth noting too that, I mean, Satori is the only person in this lobby holding a full combo right now, and he's doing a very good job at that. I think both the people on the Philippine side, especially Arkwin here, is just missing quite a bit. Even QX as well.
Yeah, but here we're starting to see a little bit that when it comes to harder maps, China might just have the upper hand overall. This one, not by much, arguably. Okay, this is getting very, very tricky now. These releases are insane.
Yeah, no, this is definitely, I mean, I doubt this would be any map pool period, but if I were to give it like some difficulty range, I'd say definitely around semifinals, and this is, wow, this is getting way too dense for me.
Very tricky to follow. Those are lands though, they are all over the place.
I think even QX took it back in the very end there. I think in terms of score. Oh wow, yeah, just 4,000 off of Satori. He actually
though was really pretty good.
Yeah, that's actually kind of surprising. And actually, yeah, still worse ratio going to Cielo Day here, so I don't know, maybe QX kind of stepped his game up, you know? I mean, he definitely has a good ratio now, definitely better than I expected. We'll see if that really plays into this map pool or not. But yeah, now we're going to go into the rolls here. 57 from Satori, so, well, Wow.
That's not gonna help it.
Okay. Well, Philippines will ban first. Oh wow. Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Oh, well, we're gonna see here though. We're
Yeah.
gonna see maybe one of the harder picks, maybe outside being banned here.
I'm expecting outside. I mean, that seems like it's gonna be the 100% ban rate charge for this map pool here. But we'll see. I mean, if they feel comfortable on SVs, because I mean, they already had that experience with one day, that definitely helps them. So yeah, April 14th. That's actually another really understandable ban.
Pretty fair ban.
I think it's worth noting on the map pool showcase, like it's one of those charts that looks a lot easier than it plays, and it's actually, despite it being very slow, it's very focused. And given score V2, if you mess up on like one finger or you read that chart incorrectly, even though it's only 3-star, it's full LMs, it's full inverse, and you will just be bad chaining and column locking and just doing everything possible to get your accuracy as low as possible on that. So I mean, it's a really tough chart.
Yeah, just the fact that it's actually low star rating doesn't really help at all, because it has a pretty low note count as well. So if you miss or if you just get poor judgments, they will hurt your accuracy way harder. And given the accuracy is such a big percentage of your score in those mania, it can get a score differential that is pretty big overall. Like you could drop 80,000 points just by not having the best of the days accuracy wise, and not even mentioning combo drop.
Yeah, I think another thing to note about that, or April 14th too, is that like it's one of those charts where like if you do good on it, you get maybe like a 99 or 98, you get a really high score. But if you do bad, or you're just maybe slightly worse than maybe an average person on it, you'll just get like a low A immediately. You'll get a low 90%. Like it is a very like unrewarding chart. So I mean, you have to be absolutely perfect on it. So it's definitely understandable as to why they banned that. And then I guess China did ban outside, which is another expected pick. So yeah, I mean, this isn't.
Well, but they didn't ban one day though.
Yeah, so I guess China picking first. They, I mean, we'll see if they did ban SV. So I don't know if they'd go right into it. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I'm actually interested on the ban of outside, because it's not only the SVs that it makes that map overall hard, but the patterns are quite tricky as well. So maybe China just have the upper hand with a little bit of practice.
I would believe so as well, actually. But I just feel like China, maybe they just see outside and they're like, oh, well, we're better at all the other charts. And I mean, maybe they had plans to ban April too, although I doubt that they would just because of their LN skill. So actually going into our first pick here is Choir Jail, which is the Arkwin chart, which I kind of expected the Philippines maybe to do better on, but we'll see. The beginning of this chart actually has a really nasty slow jam. Although it's not too slow, it's just scroll speed's slightly lower than normal on it, and there's a couple of LN releases that you really gotta watch out for, but I think beyond that, the chart's pretty straightforward. So we'll see if China really takes it there. I think it'll come down to that intro section, really.
Probably. I think it's just overall consistency, though. It has a little bit of a mix in every single particular skill set. Like it has a little bit of a lens, has a little bit of rise, and of course the slow jam at the intro. So kind of an all-rounded pick. I'll say that China has a slight upper hand, but again, if the Philippines team can perform as well as they did on the previous warm-up by Arkwin, they should do quite alright on this one.
Yeah, it's actually
Arkwin
crazy.
Definitely has an advantage.
I mean, Arkwin came out of the intro with a 96, which is incredibly low compared to how difficult the rest of this chart is. But then if you look at Satori and QX, Satori's got 97, just pushing up to 98. QX with 97, so really CLO Day here is almost carrying the team right now. And Arkwin's already built his accuracy back up to where CLO Day is, so I mean, this is going to be incredibly close. Scores are... I mean, Philippines just barely is edging out right now, but I mean... Oh, miss from Satori too! Wow, I think this could be an early break point from the Philippines here.
That will be such a huge point by the Philippines, because this is also interesting, because the Philippines last year were low seeded, if I recall correctly, and they made it right into the finals, so
yeah, I mean,
showing off.
They were up against Indonesia, I think, for the third place spot. So I mean, they had a really strong team last year, and I think Arkwin was definitely one of the players last year. I mean, now he's really showing his worth this year. And hell, I mean, if they beat China here, take this break point, I think they'll probably know what kind of songs to pick. I mean,
the accuracy from Arquin, he completely dropped it over
oh
there.
no, he really needs to keep it up in the
enough?
slack shift here. Oh no, oh no.
Oh,
this is
they
just
kind
barely
of
happening.
holding the lead, just barely, but can they keep it?
I think this has to come down to the score V. Oh wow,
Oh my god, they didn't. That's
Yeah.
a huge drop by the ending.
that
That-
literally just came down to the score V2 bonus there. Because if you don't hit that 400 combo mark, then you're totally done. And that's exactly what happened to Arquin. He missed too late. He couldn't build up to that 400 combo, and he lost the lead for the Philippines. Cielode having just an absolutely amazing run done. I don't think we should be discrediting Satori or QX either. QX with no misses, but Satori, I mean, 29 200s, lowest out of the entire lobby. Like, that's very good.
That's such an unfortunate drop by Arguin. They had it on their bag. And now they have
Wow.
to pick for the win, unless it was not their pick, but still.
Yeah,
That was
I mean,
a
that.
very decent chance for a break point.
Yeah, I think it is worth noting that definitely was China's pick because they did ban last. So I guess the silver lining there is that the Philippines didn't have a breakpoint against them. So at least they can pick here and technically still have like a fair chance of winning. But that's definitely a point that they did not want to lose.
It's gonna be Ginga Testo.
I believe that's the Jack pick
Yep,
for this pool.
that it
yeah.
It's probably one of the
That-
hardest physical-oriented challenges in the pool, I
Yeah,
will say.
definitely. I mean, it requires that forearm strength here, and I mean, I'm interested. I guess
Wasn't
Philippines is
expecting
feeling
this
confident
pick.
on Jack. Yeah, I wasn't either. This is kind of out of left field, I guess. So that's this is interesting. I'm kind of
Bit of a
wondering how this is
gamble,
gonna
I'll
go.
say.
Yeah,
Okay, this is what I think could be going on, though. Like, Philippines, I will imagine that the picks that the Philippines wanted to make, one of them was probably Core Jail, because they did really well on it.
yeah.
I'll imagine they will like to go for Deus Ex, perhaps Pass HD at one point, but they're trying to get the harder picks knocked out first, as soon as possible. Perhaps because they don't really see Zhangfeng anywhere, trying to avoid waiting for them to appear eventually, and trying to
Yeah.
knocking the harder pools, the harder maps of the pool first.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Like, I was expecting maybe Zhangfang or someone to step in for this song in particular because it's got a lot of jacks. It's very physically demanding, and I mean, it's one of the more dense picks in the pool. So, I don't know.
Oh,
This
the
is
other day,
interesting.
why you do that triple? Why do you do that ghost stabbing?
Hopefully it doesn't cause too much of a dent in the score. I mean, they're already flickering, so they should be okay. But, man, I mean, I don't know. This chart in particular, it really comes down to the end. I mean, it gets very dense at the end. There's a lot more technical patterning at the end. And, I mean, I don't know. I think it comes down to who can read more dense things. And judging from the warm-ups, I mean, I think Satori should be the MVP of this one, but I can't really tell.
Have to wait and see. So far, the accuracies are quite high, but China on the lead. Straightforward. I mean, I won't say straightforward, but overall simple compared to the rest. The intro is quarter of the song, actually the third of the song already in, and the score difference is still pretty low, but all that matters is going to happen in just a moment here. A little bit of a denser section here, no accuracy drops by anyone.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those charts where if you have that kind of like accuracy on jacks and you can maintain it consistently, then I mean, you can really keep a very high score here. So I'm interested. I mean, I think this comes down to who breaks first. I mean, I don't think we'll even see that many 200s coming out more so than breaks.
Well, Cielode is definitely having some troubles keeping up with the ratio there. You can see he's very, very wide range of hit concentration there. So his ratio is definitely pulling the Philippines a bit down on the score here, but the accuracy difference is definitely very small. So one simple rush from any of the Chinese players can set the game up for the Philippines in a moment, pretty much in an instant really, because the difference is 5,000 points. It's definitely nothing.
Yeah, and really, I mean, if there's even a miss or just a couple 200s from the Chinese side, that's totally enough to offset that 5,000 point gap. But coming into the end section here, I mean, this last quarter of the song, this gets way more dense, and the patterns just get way more technical. And I mean, Satori already dropping 200 there, so I think the gap's just ever so slightly sealed.
Very, very close. Arquin is building that accuracy back up, beating QX already.
Yeah, the scores just flickered.
That was an accuracy drop by, I think, QX.
Yeah, I mean, that section. Oh, wow, another 200.
Oh,
was that a miss from Arquin? Oh, no. They really need to keep this consistency up. I mean, if China has to break almost right now if they want to get this, if the Philippines wants to get this point, because there's almost no chance now the Philippines getting it if China keeps their FCs.
There's still less than 10,000 points of difference, though. Oh no! Don't tell me that. That's gonna be
QXDC's here. Okay,
he's not. He's back.
All right. We're a bit off sync, but we should be okay. Cielo Day missing now, so judging
as well
how these guys are playing, I mean, I think China's got this. They're a bit behind here, but
should have it with not many complications. That's something we haven't seen for QX. They should have it, and they
have it. They definitely have it here. Wow, by quite a big margin as well. That's almost 20,000, just above 20,000, 25,000-ish. I mean, these are really crazy scores from China as well.
Yeah, very, very solid. 987 and 986 from both Saturday and QA. So maybe not the best of the picks for the Philippines overall. They did quite well, but they couldn't hang on to the ending.
Yeah, I feel like if the Philippines maybe just picked into another song like Choir Jail, like I think there's definitely more picks like that. I mean, if they even Deus Ex Machina probably would have been a better pick, or the Orchid remix song, I can't remember, it's in Japanese, but I think right now China should definitely go for more like regular songs or regular oriented picks, because it seems like Philippines, they're better on finger independence, they're better on Ellen maybe consistency. So I think the best course of action for them right now would probably be like Good Bounce or maybe even Passage D. But we'll see what happens here.
Okay, here we go. What China's gonna pick right now, though? Because with this information, they can probably just try and go for one of the easier, maybe Passage D, I will say. Maybe going Deus Ex Machina is a bit too risky because, again, Philippines should do quite well on it. But Passage is like the middle ground where it gets hard enough for the Philippines to drop, but for China to keep up with.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like China, if they're able to keep up with bursts, they're able to keep up with sweeps or like any kind of, stairs, really, they should be okay on Passage D. It's a very technical chart and it's very, very hard to play. So I would say like China probably has the advantage on that, but if the Philippines practice it, they shouldn't have too much of a problem. But I don't think that's the kind of chart that either of these teams really want to pick, because it's so... I don't think setting a consistent score on that's very common. Like, it's very volatile, I guess is probably the best word to describe it.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see, really. I'll say, even with that factor on mind, China will still probably outperform Philippines for the most part on that big map, even though not as consistently, maybe. I'm not sure if they just can go for long nose, really. I mean, considering they banned April 14, maybe they can try and go for something like 7 color.
Looks like they're going for good bounce, though. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess this makes sense. I mean, they didn't get on the Jack pick, and I mean, they won by a much bigger margin there, so I think that's probably their more safer ground. The thing is, I hope the Philippines also realizes that their safer ground is maybe more towards something like you mentioned earlier, 7 colors. So we'll see here. I'm expecting a China win here. And actually, another thing though, this chart, despite being almost strictly regular patterns, there's a couple SVs that could throw people off. So if these guys aren't prepared, then, I mean, who knows?
I'll imagine that China will be fairly comfortable with it because they picked it. I'm not so sure about the Philippines, but I'll imagine they already know the SVs. They should have played the map a couple times. They're not really something complicated. Like, they're not the main... Okay, Saturday just got used.
Oh,
Kicked
yeah,
out of
he
the room there
okay.
for
He
talking a
definitely
bit much.
lagged. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he should be back in very shortly. Well, that was interesting.
It happens. Not much we can really do about it. He should be back fairly soon. Good bounce as the pick here. Once again, China picking there. They got the first point. They got the second as a break point. So looking good for the Chinese team here. Hopefully they can pull one out once more here. But if Philippines takes this one, they could equalize on their own pick and stuff could get back up to tiebreaker scenario.
Yeah, I think like if we do want to see that tiebreaker, the Philippines does have to win a break point, and judging by the remaining maps, I'm not entirely sure what that break point is going to be on. I would imagine if China was feeling very confident, they could go for 1 day, but I think that would be like that's definitely Philippines' pick. I'm just not really sure what they could take now. Because maybe after this, I'm guessing China will probably go for they have to win 4 maps. I'm guessing after this, China will probably go for Deus Ex Machina, or if not, the Orchid remix, like I mentioned earlier. So, other than that, though, I mean, I think this leans towards Philippines. We'll see.
Have to wait and see. I think this point is pretty key for the Philippines and the Chinese team as well, though. Like, if Philippines can somehow pull this one out, Alwin didn't call that to be right at all.
That one in particular is kind of hard to remember because, especially on a chart like this, you kind of go autopilot and you don't really expect those kind of patterns to be there, those kind of SVs to be there. So when that kind of comes up out of nowhere, it really does throw you off, and you really like you begin to start like missing. And especially in Arquin's case, he did miss there.
He kind of tried to ghost tap it a little bit, but he couldn't quite make it. Okay, QX once again with disconnection issues. That's no good news. Hopefully he will recover back. If not, if he disconnects, we should have a rematch because it's still less than 30 seconds.
Yeah. And you know, actually, actually, I'm not sure. If QX does reconnect, then I think. Well, actually, I don't know. At this point, we'll see. Because this could be what the Philippines want, because it doesn't look like they have a very good time in this chart right now.
Not at all. CLD is having a lot of issues, actually. Pretty surprising, I will say.
Could be the stairs. It seems like he's doing okay, though, but I think specific patterns he like tends to rush or drop 200s on, and then he just completely misses. Oh, even Satori missing there.
QX is not showing signs of life, and there he is. He disconnects, so...
Looks
have
like
to
we
wait
should
for
have
confirmation from the referees, see if they can recover and get a rematch. Otherwise, I see no way for China to take this point if they don't get a rematch. 2v1s on Mania are literally impossible unless a player fails on the other side.
Yeah. I think we are getting a rematch, though.
The match is not concluding, so... Okay, there it is, yep.
Yeah, I think we are going to rematch here, so that's alright.
Gonna have the replay here as QX disconnected on the beginning of the map on the first 30 seconds.
So wow, yeah, China quite literally dodging a bullet there. I mean, if QX, you know, DC'd any later, that would be it for China.
That would have been pretty bad because that pick was pretty crucial.
Yeah, and I was kidding earlier when I said if we see one player start to DC, I think maybe later on 3 or 4 songs in. I mean, this is I think 3 songs in. So really, I mean, he DCing again. I mean, this is definitely not good. If this match gets drawn out any longer, we probably might see another one.
As long as it doesn't happen in a potential tiebreaker, or you know, in like Kiafa.
Don't remind me. Anyways, so moving into good bounce again, take 2. Looks like we should be in sync. Hopefully Philippines keeps their combo here because
that's true. Alwin could make the SV right now. Yeah,
he does have his chance of redemption right here, and he oh no, he gets 100. Oh no,
that was pretty not cool.
Oh man, that. It does look like that they're still fairly close to China. Granted, both players in the Philippines do have less than 99. Meanwhile, the Chinese team does have over 99. So we'll see. I mean, I think that the Philippines, I mean, they could definitely take it back here. Oh no.
God.
Oh
Don't do
no.
this to
Oh
me,
no.
QX.
No. Oh no. Wow.
This is not looking good for China. I mean, I just hope they have a backup to sub him in.
Yeah,
Because
this is kind of the really crucial part where they have to use a backup. Oh no. I mean, like you were saying earlier, 2v1s are literally impossible in this game. You cannot win a 2v1. There are no carries whatsoever. Man, that is so unfortunate. Oh, he's back!
okay, he's back.
Okay, alright.
Saved.
Oh wow! Yeah, he might have just saved China there. I think if he DC'd again, that would be.
Oh, that was a huge amount of misses from Satori though. On the SV, he got caught completely.
Yeah, and then QX as well on one of the jacks. He just hit complete 100s there. I think Cielo Day's miss might have just gotten offset by Satori, and if Arkwin keeps his FC, I think he might have it for the
He's
Philippines,
dropping
but
a
we'll
lot of
see.
accuracy though. He's jumping
true.
a lot of 200s. The accuracies are just
Oh,
very,
no.
very low, and Alcuin finds another miss.
Yeah, that is not good.
Oh, that's an abort. Okay. Oh no,
wait,
it's not.
what
Okay,
was
it's
that?
not. That was a picnic.
Okay,
That was a
okay.
picnic.
Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing happened here.
Okay, alright.
Lead by not by
Wow.
much. Cielo Day finds a mistake on the very ending, and that's gonna be it.
That had me so scared for a second.
Yeah,
thought
I
that
was like,
report was
wait,
coming. I'm
what
like,
happened?
oh, that's not good. Wow. QX, despite having that lag, they're having the highest score in the, or no, second highest score in the lobby. Satori having the highest score, even with 4 misses there. But still, I mean, QX with that 1 miss, and I mean, those are 2 very strong scores. Oh, wow, okay, I was wrong again. I just looked at Cielo Day and just realized he had a 965. So really, I mean, if Arkwin was able to keep up, I think they would have actually had it here.
It's
That's
actually
crazy.
interesting to see Arguin being the one
Yeah.
not being able to hold it on.
I was really expecting Cielo Day to maybe like be playing catch up a bit, but he's really performing very well right now. So moving into the Philippines pick here, I mean, this is I mean, I would honestly go with One Day at this point. Oh wow, oh, that is not a good pick. Honestly, that is because
I don't think it's a bad pick, to be fair. I don't think it's the best one they could have made. That's
yeah, that's the better way to word it. Because I mean, we just got out of Good Balance, right? And that's a more regular style chart, BMS oriented chart. And they lost that point fairly convincingly. Granted, this is a lot less dense than Good Bounce. So if they're able to not miss, hold their combo, hold their accuracy, and especially if we're looking at like, I mean, they actually know because QX has good ratio. So I think this comes down to Cielo Day keeping his ratio up here.
If we see all the way through 4 full combos, it's probably going to be that, really.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy like a lot of 200 happen.
Yeah, or a DC, you never know.
Well, that's sounding a bit more likely now that you think it.
Yeah. Still, I wouldn't expect it, especially since you just got back, so you should be okay. Oh, it does look like Zongfan's in the lobby, so he might be switching in now. Okay,
That
so
could be pretty
QX is
interesting.
leaving. Alright, yeah, so it looks like QX is leaving for Zongfan. That's a
weird swap.
I mean, I think it's
Also.
a good swap. I think it's a good swap because Zongfan, he's got good accuracy, he's got good density abilities. I mean, he's
and the
probably gonna be
disconnection
doing
as well.
fairly good. Yeah. So I mean, that probably could be another reason is that QX is just DCing too much. But still, I mean, based off of performance in the Philippines so far, I think China should be okay.
Hopefully they are. I think Sang Fang should perform well. I'm not saying he's not at the level at all. Like, he's very, very good at the game.
Yeah.
But entering cold into the match, not playing any of the maps before, kind of a bit of a surprise, I will say. I don't think they expected Sang Fang to join the room. I think it's mostly just for the connection issues that QX had. So it's difficult to enter a match like this, even though you're on a 3-0 lead. We'll see if he can hold on through it.
Well, looks like from Chad, I'm gonna trust the guy who just said QX want to go eat, which is hilarious.
Nice. I will
Anyways.
totally take a break to eat now. Like a
Yeah.
breakfast?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, get the nerves away. Probably a good idea. Still, though, I
they
mean,
have the stuff to afford it. Not the case for Philippines, unfortunately. But
that's true. Yeah, Philippines only rocking a 2-man roster here the entire tournament, so China able to swap players out as they please. Oh, looks like we're restarting that. Probably had a bit of lag there.
perhaps it is.
Yeah, alright. Looks like maybe some lag issues going on. Hopefully we'll try to get back into it pretty soon here. But, interesting. Now QX is back in the lobby. Okay. Interesting.
Okay,
Oh,
so
nice.
back
Alright.
to the- okay.
Oh my, now QX is coming back. Wait, what is happening? No, they're starting with...
no.
Oh my god, what is happening? Oh my god.
I think QX is on slot number 5. That's the
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. Alright. Well, it shouldn't be too much of an issue to abort swapping back in real quick.
thing. Yep. I think that's gonna be it.
I just like the reaction from China to Zhangfan's PC boom. Just
Yeah, I like the Chinese reactions are usually pretty funny. Like,
that's so fun.
okay, this happened. Like, boom. It's probably just a connection issue, but no, the PC just boomed.
PC boom.
Samsung's PC. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not cool that your PC is booming.
Oh wait, hold on.
Definitely is
QX
not.
just said Zhangfan's PC is blue, so I'm guessing that means blue screen of death.
Screen?
Yeah. Oh, that is not good. Blue screening on MWC. Up 3-0. Oh my
At this
god.
point, China is mostly fighting against themselves rather than the Philippines.
That's true.
But it seems like we are settled and we should be good to go now.
Yeah, hopefully there's no internet issues. I think we should be okay.
QX doesn't get his own meal or his own eating break, but had to take that one for the team.
I guess he can multitask, no big deal.
Well, I mean, why not, right? You're holding a sandwich with your mouth while you're playing Mania 7 key.
Yeah, not too hard at all,
It would be complicated to read depending on the type of sandwich,
Yeah, well, I'm guessing QX probably finishing up his food here. I think we should be ready to go pretty soon. Unless they're waiting for Zhangfan, but I doubt they would be. Alright, yep, moving in here. Oh, okay, good. QX. Whoa!
Okay, this is new. This is the tournament client being the tournament client.
Oh my god, what?
So we are now playing Yuki no Reason on 4-key difficulty with standard
Okay,
cursor. Okay, there we're back.
We're good.
Oh
my
Save.
god.
That was pretty hilarious. It's not the first time it happened, but it's always pretty hilarious when they happen.
Yeah, that was great. Alright, we're fine now. We're totally okay. And actually, Philippines in the lead here, so not bad start at all. Although, okay, yeah, no DCs or anything. We're actually off to a great start here. It would be great if Philippines actually won this point too. That'd be amazing.
Oh man, QS just couldn't hold it. He couldn't wait until like August for the 4-key World Cup.
Wow,
Oh,
that
man,
just
it's
went
so
right.
close.
Whoa! Wow, that is
Wow.
very close.
That's
Just
1,000 points.
over 1,000 points? Yeah. So actually, I think it's worth noting that was like a more dense section where the patterns weren't exactly as streamlined as other charts like this. So, I mean,
Salary
China
dropping at
was
100.
still,
Couple
yeah. 200s in this section, I think, are fairly common, though, because the releases on these elements is very tricky. You don't actually release as you press another note, so you have to really time that well. And now these scores are flying back and forth. I mean,
Yes,
this
that
is so close here.
Oh my god, it seems like China's just barely pulling that one out, but again, a single accuracy drop will decide it all. And the difference is just like 2,000 points. It's meaningless. It's very, very short. And Aquino the Virus finds a miss there.
No! Oh, that's so unfortunate. And that's basically the end of the chart. It's just got another slow section here with the LNs that, although Satori couldn't really hit them the first time, I don't think it will really matter that much.
Yeah, they need a combo break here, and they're not finding it. Sator is dropping eventually accuracy, but it's not going to be enough. It is a point for China nonetheless,
Yeah,
with
it's
a gap
definitely.
of 15,000 points.
Yeah, it was definitely too late to be even dropping a combo or having a combo break there. I mean, if Satori even dropped at the very end, I mean, he did drop a 50, although I don't think that broke his combo.
Ratio, though, the ratio from Zero
Yeah,
Day.
yeah,
That's pretty good.
actually better than Arquin and Satori, so not bad at all. I think maybe it was just that Cielade wasn't really worried too much about accuracy when he was playing those charts earlier, which is definitely understandable. So really now, I mean, this is China's got game point. They've got one more point to go, and they're basically set up to win here.
Yeah, making their own pick now, yeah. They have everything to win here. Why will they try to go to seal the deal, though? It will be 7 callers, or it will be maybe a Shanghai Kochahan.
Yeah, I think actually that's probably a worse pick. I mean, I would say right now they should do Passage D because Philippines can't keep combo, right? China, they're able to read denser things. Yep, and they're going with Passage D. So I mean, this is a great pick for them, I think.
I mean, they are pretty much using all the Rise picks remaining, really. I think this is the last one.
Yeah, I feel like this match could have gone completely differently if Philippines just happened to.
Take
If Philippines
that
just
Chor
picked better. Yeah, I mean, they could have taken Quartergel, and even with that slip up, I think the pick that they should have gone after right after that was Shanghai Kokuchan, and I mean, or Kochakan. There you go. And that's like one of the picks that's more Ellen oriented, a bit of figure independence, but like they will definitely take the accuracy on that. And I think same with 7 colors. If they just stuck with those and they were able to practice those, I mean they probably would have had a couple more points than they do now. And I mean, even if they pick, I mean, One Day hasn't been picked, which is also kind of surprising. Because we did mention earlier that it was a part of a Filipino tournament qualifier. So technically they should have more experience with it, although maybe they're just not as comfortable as they imagined they'd be.
Maybe they just mind blocked it.
That's true too. I
tried.
mean, like, yeah, that's also possible. So, I mean, I guess a lot of possibilities could go into that, but still, I feel like Philippines could have maybe picked better. But yeah, no, China. I mean, they've got Passage D now. I think they're set up to win. I think all you have to do is now just wait on someone to connect.
Well, yeah, I mean that will be the first step for sure. But they should have this. I don't really see the Philippines taking this one, as you mentioned. Probably the best chance for the Philippines to take a Rise pick was Deus Ex, and they couldn't quite make it. The miss from Arguin ended up finishing the deal, nail on the coffin for the Philippines. But again, perhaps with better picks, they could have been a different story. That being said, though, we don't really know how strong the Philippines is on long nose. We haven't seen them picking those maps quite often, unless not against friends that I remember.
I don't think they picked that one that much against friends either. So yeah, I mean, I guess they're uncomfortable with what I think is personally their better skill set, which is really odd. I mean, they definitely score higher on LN, so.
Well, maybe Cielo is just not comfortable with it, and they're trying to play on the strengths of the weaker player. Perhaps not weaker player any more because like he's performing so well this match.
I mean, he's definitely making scores that are like comparable to the rest of China. So he's definitely really showing his worth this match. And actually, I guess it's nice because it is worth noting that this is a winner's bracket game, so the loser is not eliminated from the tournament. Actually, I believe I'd have to check here who the loser of this game plays. I believe they'll be in the upper section of the losers bracket.
I think it's the winner between France and Canada.
I'll
have to check that one.
Hold on, loser. They play the winner of Italy versus Argentina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense because the Philippines was against Italy on the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, still, I mean, I think that's also going to be a close match. I mean, I think what has to happen here is that Philippines probably has to rethink. They have to really
perhaps they can just take. Oh, that was a
Yeah.
huge rush by Cielo Day. That's game over.
That's kind of the thing with this chart. You're gonna rush very easily. You're gonna you're gonna rush so bad. You're gonna hit all those 200s really fast. I mean, Cielo Day is dropping again and again. So I mean, this is definitely a good pick from China. Definitely a really tough pick from the Philippines. So
Not much
yeah,
they
I
can
mean,
do.
yeah, exactly. I mean, they're already 3/4 into this, so they're fairly. I mean, I think this is pretty much done. I mean, something catastrophic has to happen to China here if they want.
And
this
it's really not looking to happen, really.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't rush a single one of those rolls, and they are not looking to do it. And it's gonna be it. It's gonna be a 5-0 victory for the Chinese team once again, undefeated on the bracket stage, not dropping a single point so far.
Yeah, not even combo breaking at all in the very end section there, which is probably the most dense out of the entire chart. So very, very impressive scores from China. And actually Arquin had a very impressive score too.
Best score actually, yeah, best
Yeah,
score
wow.
in the room.
That's actually surprising. So actually good fight put up from Arquin there. And actually that's very surprising. So yeah, really good game. Wow. I mean,
Actually, I will say maybe not as close as I was expecting it to
yeah, I definitely agree there. I would say though that like I said, given Philippines, if they just picked probably better, it would be probably giving them a bit more points. And I still think despite the picks that were played out, the Philippines definitely tried their best and they definitely put up a good fight. So I would say probably like I said, next week they're up against the winner of Italy or Argentina. They probably just have to focus on what is the winner of that game good at. What are some things that maybe they should be picking, and really just go over their skill sets, because I think that's probably what's going to give them those points.
Hopefully they can rethink a lot about this matchup, maybe even rewatch the VOD in case they're curious. But I really think it was just a matter of picking, like you said, in a different scenario with different maps being selected by the Philippines. This could have ended in a very different way. But we aren't really that sure either, because that's something that the Philippines players themselves know better than anyone. Maybe they were just not performing that well on these long no maps, and we will never really know.
That's true. Yeah, it is possible that Quadrijo was maybe just a fluke from the two players, and that maybe they're just still not very comfortable on it, which is totally understandable. So yeah, and I guess focusing on China here, they should be playing, I think, winner of USA Malaysia. I need to check. Wait, no,
that's Korea. That was
Chile,
the other team,
Okay,
which was
yeah.
Brazil, right?
Yeah. So the winner of this game, which is China, they will be playing the winner of Singapore and Chile. So
That could be an
that's-
interesting one.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Singapore probably outplays Philippines. Chile also potentially as well. So winner of that game, I think they can definitely put up a good fight against China. But moving into our next match here, we've got Australia versus Germany coming up in about 9 minutes here. I do believe we might have a commentator swap though.
Yes,
We'll have to
you
verify
will
that for
be
you.
right. We're gonna have a swap here. I'm gonna be subbed in by Lusty Platypus, the Australian commentator, who's gonna be joining you, Stupid Men, for the rest of the Australia versus Germany match, I believe.
Yep, and then I think I'll be swapping off, and well, I believe we'll figure that out once we get there.
Fair enough. We'll see. Well, it was an honor and a pleasure to commentate with you, man. It's
Yep,
been
thanks
a
so much.
long time since we did. man.
That is true, yeah.
So yeah, I'm leaving you now with Lusty and Stupid Man. Take care, stream. Have fun with the next match.
Yep, alright. Well, should be joined shortly by Lusty. Yep, here he is. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, how are we?
We're doing pretty good here. Actually, had a pretty good game that we just got out of, China versus Philippines. And
Yeah, I was
yeah.
keeping an eye on it.
Definitely
Maybe
like
another
Or I'll let you continue. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we have another one that I'm pretty excited about personally here.
Oh yeah, I mean you being Australian and all.
Yeah, it kind of helps.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm just curious. What's your? I mean, I'm guessing you've kept a close eye on that team at least. I know you and Potassium are like the commentator duo, so I'd assume that
Yeah.
you've got some connections to the rest of that team. I guess just wondering, since you probably know a bit about that team, do you think that they'll be putting up a good fight against Germany here? Because I mean, personally, I'd say these are two pretty closely matched teams.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure because I think we have a server full of all the Aussies, but they have their own channel that they keep on a different server, so
I got it.
It's not all public. But normally they kind of struggle on the SV type picks, so
All right.
probably expect to see that again. Although the accuracy, I believe they went up. The last thing they went up against, I think, was Chile. I can't really remember very well, but the last one that they had, I remember that it went up against Chile and they kind of matched accuracy, but not quite catching up. So I think the accuracy there is quite strong, but we'll see how much that comes into play here.
Yeah, that actually is kind of surprising because Chile is like normally, I think they have very good accuracy, especially Gonzalo. And I mean, even Scallum especially, he's like, especially an accuracy player. And the fact that Australia is like fairly close to matching, that's probably a really good sign here. I would say though, because he did mention that they weren't really feeling too hot on SVs. I would imagine because I think their last game against the USA, they banned. Well, actually, no, they banned Phantasmagoria. They did go with SVs, but I mean, they didn't practice at all. I mean,
Yeah,
at least
it didn't go well.
Because I mean, I was playing that game, so like when they picked SVs, we were all kind of surprised that we're like, oh, weird. All right, they had to practice, and then after that, Sankatsuki says, "Hey, I didn't practice this at all," and then just completely bombs that song. And then we move into Gum, which is another SV pick, and he completely bombs that too. So, I mean, hopefully Australia doesn't have that same kind of situation again. If they really put the time and effort into practicing SVs, I think they should have a good chance here, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, as you already said, they weren't exactly too hot of a team. But still, I mean, I think they should be doing all right. Germany, though, I mean, they're also a fairly strong team. I mean, they seem fairly confident on SVs too. I mean, they picked SVs last game, I think. They didn't ban SVs though, which I think is a sign that they're probably more prepared. So I think in a matchup like that, I probably would give it to Germany, but I'm not like 100% sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see exactly how much practice Australia put in. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was none, judging by previous rounds, but times changed and it might have just been like a timing issue because it is a busy time of the year for us.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. I mean, it really like SVs, I think just personally, because like training the map pools for this tournament, and especially in SVs, is like you have to really like dedicate time and time out of your sessions that you could be maybe spending just playing other songs, like just directly on those SVs. So it's totally understandable as to why like maybe they wouldn't be so prepared. So still though, I mean, like Australia, I think besides accuracy, I mean, they've got, I believe, kites for LNs, right? So
yeah,
worst comes to worst, I think they could use him as a backup for like LN picks. And I think like Germany, I'm not really too sure on how they're feeling with LNs, because I know Rohan 04, or at least I guess otherwise known as Roman, is like strictly a BMS player. He's got good LN scores on that other client, but I'm not really sure if that translates too well over this game, and especially in this map pool, because I mean the LN picks this map pool are just so much tougher. They're harder than anything we've ever seen. I mean, we already saw last game a team that was feeling fairly confident on LNs. I mean, they've gotten good LN scores. I mean, last game was Philippines, but they banned April 14th, which is a strictly LN chart. So I mean, I feel like that kind of goes to show that this LNs, this map pool has just been such a huge step up. So I'm kind of curious to see how either of these teams will do, because I know Australia has kites, and then I guess it's between Evios and Sankatsuki on how they do with LNs. But
yeah, I believe for LN, they'll be bringing in Avios, and for more BMS style, it'll be Sangan. I don't think we'll be seeing Potassium F.
Yeah.
He was more in for the earlier rounds, but we never know.
Yeah, we always could see something new coming up. I mean, there's certain teams that seem to always be changing their roster nonstop every time they come in for a game, so we might see something interesting here. But still, I mean, Evios, Sankansuki, I mean, these are two... I feel like Sankan especially, though, I mean, if Australia makes it fairly far in this tournament, and actually, I guess it is worth noting, too, this is a loser's bracket game, so if you loser of this game does get completely eliminated from the tournament, we won't be seeing them again. But if Australia does make it up to... Yeah, it really is. If Australia does make it up to semifinals, I mean, I think we probably will be seeing more of, like, Sankansuki for a lot of picks, just because, like, he is really good at reading, like, dense things. I mean, I think when he played the warm-up against me in the US for the game last week, I mean, he picked a very, very, very hard song and really held his ground. So, I mean, I think, like, if Australia does make it past here, I would be excited to see how that team does. But I still don't think, like, Germany is at risk here. Or, I mean, I wouldn't say at risk. Both teams are definitely at risk here dropping out, but I wouldn't say that Germany is any more disadvantaged than Australia is, because they've got their own very good players as well. So, moving into the warm-up lobby here. I don't know if this is actually the song they pick, because that would be very interesting.
That'd be pretty meta. I'm being told that it's high IQ warm up.
Alright.
High IQ.
Alright, well then I'm guessing this is the Australian warm up. Man, this is interesting because we did see this exact same song being used in group stage, albeit not the same chart. But this is still pretty funny.
Yeah, it is Australia's, because Plague is asking, is this your warm-up?
Yeah.
No, Potassium F says, yes.
I feel like Plague is in just as much disbelief as I am right now. God, this chart is like, it brings back so many memories. I mean, there's the soft community tournament too, and soft too. I mean, I think, what was it? Quarterfinals or round of 16? No. Some it might have been group stage. But they used this song. Everyone hated it. Everyone hated this chart. Oh man, it just gained meme status over there. So I mean, I guess on one hand I'm kind of happy it transferred over here, but you know, we'll see how this specific chart goes.
Well, it has SV in the difficulty name. Yeah. It is a short version though, but it does have SV. So I'm expecting shenanigans. I
mean, considering they said high IQ, this is gonna be some very. There's got to be something special. I'm guessing more along the lines of crazy teleports and absolutely nothing that makes sense. But you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, just invisible notes. The entire map is 10 times SV.
Yeah, 10 times S. Just like the one SV in the beginning, so you don't change your scroll speed at all, and then it just hits you right there with the 10 times. No big deal. Oh, okay, that's a high IQ. They're both using flashlight. Alright, I'm starting to connect the dots here. Man, that is...
I wonder if they've made the map. It would be so cool if the map was like only playing in like just the flashlight zone. That would be like next level.
Oh man, that'd actually be hilarious. Actually, I'm kind of surprised here. I mean, Plane 14 already dropping, albeit very early, but still, I mean, Australia is holding on fairly well with their combo, so... Or, not combo only, but accuracy as well.
Considering... Potassium F is actually a flashlight player. I don't think Evios is. I think he's experienced. But yeah, Potassium plays like exclusively flashlight.
Actually, that does make sense then, because his hit error is very center wall. If you look at Evios there, he's hitting way too early. I mean, it looks like he has that experience, but he's probably just not too like used to it.
Yeah.
Too early.
I remember the warm-ups from Australia. We've had like one hit a year we make, and last time. Because we had Potassium on the 4K team, so last time we had #blame1 lined up with the flashlight.
Oh my god. That's actually great. Wait. Oh. Right. Okay.
That's where the SV part comes into play.
Yeah, I was wondering in the back of my head, like, where are these SVs? Because it's in the difficulty, and it just hits you right here. Oh
The
man.
Australian players can't even see half of them.
Yeah. I also just would like to mention this is like the worst background of all time. it's like, oh man.
It's like,
look
a,
at
like a stock
Evios, too.
photo.
Yeah, it literally looks like a stock. But man, no, I mean, if we're looking at Evios here, I mean, he could not hit any of those SBs at all. He just like 85% right now. Is he gonna get it? Okay, he barely, like, literally on the dot, 85. Oh man.
Dude, high IQ indeed.
Yeah, this is definitely high IQ. Oh man, Potassium actually scoring above Plan 14 there with Flashlight. I don't understand. Like, those SVs are not readable with Flashlight at all. That's great. Well, oh, nice! This is a great warm-up from Germany.
Oh yes! I love
Friday
this song.
Fahrenheit. Oh man. Alright. Well, nice!
Two hits on the warm-ups here.
Yeah, definitely. Friday Fahrenheit. Well, what can we say about this song besides it is I mean, if Harujuki Ihoi didn't have beam status, this song definitely does.
Yeah, we have a well-rounded warm-up here.
And Potassium stated for Flashlight too. That's great. Oh, actually, I think that means Evius is probably gonna use Flashlight too. I wouldn't be too surprised there.
Apparently, this chart is 1600 BPM.
That's interesting. Also, not good. Okay. Oh man, how's that gonna? Maybe they just like took the regular BPM and just like multiplied it by like 3 or 4 or something like that. Yeah. Oh, actually, hold on one second.
But if they actually do have it that high, it'll have like a bunch of measure bars everywhere.
All right, here we go. Got the chart downloaded. We're all good here, and man, I mean,
And now everyone can hear it. The beauty.
This amazing song. This song is just so. Oh, I don't know what to say. I've got no words here.
If you've ever heard of the warm-up meta, this is exactly what it is.
Pretty much, yeah. Just whoever has the best. Oh, nice background.
Yes.
Oh my god. All right, that's.
This is just all-encompassing. This is everything you could ever ask for.
Yeah, really. We just need the blame pawn and the Flashlight now.
Yeah. It's so good. I hope this is just like a really ridiculous chart and it's just like impossible.
I mean, okay, judging by the measure lines, it hasn't hit the 1600 BPM.
Yeah.
So,
We're not quite yet there yet.
I'm wondering if, like, maybe when the chorus kicks in, it'll just, like, start, like, all the notes will start flying down like crazy. Oh, man. Well, so far it's a fairly standard chart. Besides the MP3, of course.
Yeah, besides everything but the notes.
Here we go. Okay, well, it's not... Okay, this part's not 1600 BPM. Actually, this is interesting. This is, I guess, like... I wanted to say we'd see these patterns in this pool, but... Not really. I mean, there's a bit of finger independence here and maybe like some stairs, but it's not like... It's not as dense, I think.
Yeah.
That being said, though, Rohan's holding on very strong. I mean, better than Potassium or Evios here. Actually, Potassium dropping below that.
The Flashlight squad having a bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
Can we just rename Australia to Flashlight?
Yeah, just
and
Flashlight.
just make the flag just Flashlight icon?
Just have the Australian flag, then just put like the black and
Yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
green
Just put
there,
the
and
flashlight
have it right
overlay.
in the middle. Yeah, exactly.
Slow jam.
Okay. And then maybe the part after this is insanely
Yeah,
fast?
maybe.
Or not. Okay. Okay, that's
What
weird.
if
Wow.
Mebios was just lying?
Maybe. Or it's possible that like at the very end, like maybe there's like just one last hold and then it's speeded up or something like that. Instead of like having it 10 times SV, like it just goes to 1600 ppm. Who knows?
Yeah, right at the end, just like, dun, and you miss.
But an inverse though, that's interesting. I won't lie, this would make a pretty decent warm-up. Not warm-up, tiebreaker. Not okay, there we go. I can talk. Nice.
We got there. It is already a decent warm up.
Yeah, no, it is more than a decent warm-up. This is amazing.
Oh, no, it's all LN.
Alright. Actually, judging by the LN patterning, I would assume this is stand kill turret, but I need to check. Oh, it's not. Interesting.
Here's the moment of
Oh,
truth.
was that a fail? Oh, nice.
Oh,
Well,
potty
rip
failed,
task.
rip.
Good try.
Oh yeah, I think it was then that it was like.
Oh, this is a Roma chart. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well, still, rip potassium. I guess,
Rip
press
potassium.
F to pay respects, you know.
And then we'll never
Right,
see
still
them
holding
again.
above an S, though. Well, that's going to do it for the warm-ups, I believe. So, moving into rolls here. We'll see what happens. I'm... Actually, considering the two teams that are playing here, I would say that, like, it really would come down to the roll. Like, whoever is able to, like, pick first and ban last is, like, going to have such a huge advantage here.
Yeah, it also gives you a fair bit of information, and can give you a better educated guess if you're banning second.
Yeah,
We have Captain Kites joining in place of Potassium, who failed out and quit immediately.
Bit too embarrassed to say that couple
Yeah,
extra
like,
seconds.
I'm out. See you guys.
Well, oh, there we go. Whoa, 60, 80, wow. What?
I think Roman lagged a bit.
With one count. Yeah. He definitely wants at 89, but I'm pretty sure that 67 is like,
Oh, it's not gonna matter.
okay. Oh man, that is not a good roll at all. Oh my god. Alright, well,
So is it 50? What was it? 59 to 9?
it was, I think it was 59 to 9. Anyways.
It all went so fast.
Oh man. Just that 9, that's so
Solid
devastating.
9.
Man. So we've had 2 single-digit rolls today. That's that's very
It's the day of the
unfortunate.
curse.
Yeah. Well, April 14th being banned from Australia, that's fairly standard. I honestly think that's going to be banned in like every single game we see. Whoa, that's a weird ban.
Ooh.
Good bounce. Okay. Interesting. Well, actually, okay. To
Well,
be
that means
fair,
that,
that's. Sorry, go on.
I was about to mention that means that all the SV picks are still open then.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Okay, and they're picking it at SVs. I think they're
Yeah,
trying to
and they're
punish
going-
Australia because they saw what happened last time, where nothing
That makes a
was
lot of
prepared.
sense.
But the thing, okay. Oh no,
Kites is not happy.
Kites, no, no. Oh, they. Well, I thought they learned the first. Okay, well he's gone. So is Sakatsuki playing then? Because
I
this is
wonder.
interesting.
Wait. I wonder if. Yeah, actually, that's a good point because this isn't actually a very difficult map. So I was thinking maybe they put Potassium F on
Like-
1 day,
Yeah.
1 day time, and he
'Cause
just spent
there's
1 day
definitely-
practicing 1
yeah.
day.
Nice. All right, good one. I was gonna say though, like, I mean, there's 4 key, like, only players, maybe ones who barely play 7 key, but they're good at SVs, so they'll play this song, and they're actually, like, setting good scores in it, and I mean, they're setting scores that will probably beat some of the players in this tournament, which is fairly interesting, I think, but, still, if Australia has this practice, they could take the point here, really throw Germany off guard, because I think why Germany picked this is because, like, they saw what happened to the USA last game.
Yeah.
and like Australia was not prepared at all. But I think that was partly due to the fact that they didn't have kites for that weekend. So
Yeah, Kites was gone.
yeah. Oh, flashlight on this. Actually, flashlight on this isn't so bad. I think Cryolian in particular is setting good scores on this on flashlight. So we'll see what happens here. Oh man, this is gonna be
This is either
very,
gonna be.
very interesting.
Here's my theory. It's either Potty has been playing this a lot, and this is the ultimate bait, or he's not been playing it at all, and we're about to see the biggest throw in history.
Well, he's hitting the first couple notes okay, I suppose.
That's a good sign. He can hit the first notes.
Oh, he's getting it!
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
It's real.
Oh, he's actually baiting them so hard. All right. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. I just want to remind the stream that what is happening on Potassium's screen with the completely just black top and he hit that too.
Oh
This is
god, it's
nuts.
actually
no,
real. He's holding combo and Evios drops.
He's gonna have the highest
bait
score on the
is
Australian
real.
team. What is this? Oh my god.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
This is amazing. He's okay. See, there's this section of this chart where these two notes come down, and you expect to hit them at the same time, but you don't hit them at the same time at all. And Potassium's totally got that down. So he's practiced this more than Evios with flashlight.
This is
insane.
unreal.
Oh, this is absolutely hilarious.
I don't know. It just completely slipped my mind that there's a map here that you, I mean, technically speaking, don't have to be extremely good at 7K to play.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, like, that's actually crazy. I mean, like, this does give an advantage to, like, people who really just do put in effort. I mean, you have to put in effort to just be good at this. It's not exactly, like, how good you are, like, in terms of raw skill. Like, this chart is strictly preparation, and Potassium has clearly shown that he's gotten that level of preparation. I think he's still not outplaying anybody on Germany, but he definitely has a very close score to those two guys.
Yeah, you're still holding the FC with flashlight.
Yeah, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Hopefully that's not a DC. I think that's just a bit of a lag there. But either way, I think, yeah they still win. So, yeah, nothing to worry about there for the German side. Still, though, that was their pick, so Australia, hopefully.
That was just amazing.
I think Australia should be fine. Yeah, no, that was amazing. I mean, honestly, that score was pretty funny. I mean, just flashlight on this in a tournament setting. Like, I know people who still like,
and not even a 7K player, just like
yeah, honestly, that was great. Like, yeah, that is true because Potassium is not actually like a 7K main, so
yeah.
Good effort, and actually like good score. That's very surprising. Anyway, so moving into Australia, this next picture. I mean, I'm guessing Potassium gets swapped out right around now because that's probably the only chart he'd be able to play.
What if they go for outside or something? That would be like full next level if he knew all the SV.
If he'd be able to play the actual patterns and outside too, because that chart is actually like very hard on its own as well. It's very hard to tie. It's very hard to hit correctly. So I mean, if he was able to actually get that, I'd probably just put down the mic, probably leave, take a nice walk, kind of rethink what the hell I was saying about this.
It would speak for itself.
Yeah, really. All right, there we go. Had a bit of issues with script chan there, but no big deal. Australia picking here. I'm guessing probably Ellen oriented because I mean that's probably their best bet right now.
Yeah.
Despite it not being like one of their main skill sets, it's definitely not one of Germany's either. It'd be a bit of a risk if they went for it, but I think it's probably better off earlier. Actually, I don't know. There's probably an argument either way on when they should be picking LN, but still, I think Australia's got like a lot of ground to cover here, and they definitely have like some areas where they can pick, I guess, pretty freely out of.
Yeah, they did ban April, but that is obviously, I think, a special case.
Yeah.
In terms of Ellen. But I do think like the more simple layering type style maps and releases, they do have a bit of maybe a bit of an advantage there, potentially, depending on the way things go, how much people have practiced here and there. We have seen that there's actually been practice put in, considering Potassium scoreless then, though.
That is true. I mean, like, at the very least, Potassium practice, and I think that's good enough. It shows that effort.
Yeah. Looks like they go with Orchard, though.
Well, it's LMs. It's got a couple releases here, and it's fairly dense. Although I don't think this is like enough LMs to like really throw off a regular like BMS style chart player. So, although we do see these, so Sankatsuki and Kite here, which I mean, these are players that we thought like, well, Sankatsuki would be playing BMS only and Kite would be playing LMs only, but we're seeing both these players here. So, I think it does kind of show the kind of ground that the song covers, and especially like, actually I'm not sure. I think Australia can actually take this in general, but Germany does have Roman, so we'll see how that plays for them.
Okay.
Oh no.
That is unreal.
Okay. Well, I'll let you take it away.
So apparently Potassium didn't even practice the 7K version. He just memorized the 4-key version and played the exact same stuff.
I mean, I guess that's kind of the advantage that playing that song on 4-key has, because the SVs are exactly the same. Oh man, that's nuts. So, okay, Potassium literally did not practice that at all. He just threw the SVs and basically played. Oh my god.
It was in the Australian 4K tournament, so we'd already played it.
That is so crazy. And who would have known that picking one day would have that kind of effect on these games? Like, that's so hilarious.
Oh, Kites is in a bit of trouble though.
Every player actually, except for Sankatsuki, C being here, even Kai. Oh, okay. That's people are C being left and right here. This is crazy. Ooh, even Rome's having a lot more trouble than I expected. Yeah, everyone's already dropped at least once now, so this is going to be a close game.
Yeah, Australia actually coming out in the lead there.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of this chart is fairly consistent. Question mark? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is so close.
Oh.
Yeah, Germany's taking the lead now. If Germany keeps combo, I'm pretty sure they win. Oh no! Oh my god! I can't. Okay.
Everyone except
that was all me. That was all me.
That was like everyone.
What just happened there?
That's just insane.
This is actually insane. What the hell? Yeah, that was all my fault. I'd like to apologize on behalf of the commentary team for cursing the living hell out of Germany there. Jeez. And then Sankatsuki missing. Oh. But okay, Roman trades out, and then what is happening?
It's not over yet. It's everyone's dropping everywhere. How do you commentate this if everyone misses like every second?
Exactly. It looks like Australia has a considerable lead here. Although Saka dropping there. Oh no. Okay, Staghill trading out. What is happening?
There's so many misses.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
It looks like just off the combo that Sankan has alone.
It looks like they're
managing to get up to that. Yeah. Managing to get up to like 400 combo-ish before missing instead of 150 or something.
That's actually very beneficial on Sport V2, so well played by Sankatsuki here, holding with actually 98.28, while nobody else in this entire lobby I think is even holding 97. Roman barely, he just misses 97 by 0.01.
Oh no.
Wow. That
is insane.
That was a good match. Well, good news for Germany is that they moved back into their pick, so they get to pick something they're definitely more comfortable with here. Sankatsuki, though, 3 misses compared to 14 on both the Germans and 25 from Kites.
Well,
oh, wow. Scriptchan's having a stroke here. That's nice. You look at chat there, no big deal.
Don't look. It's not finished yet.
Oh wow. Okay, Germany took it outside.
Yeah.
I feel like this should be a fairly easy one for Germany. Yeah. Okay. It's not.
Yeah.
Watch Potassium come back in.
Yeah. No. If Potassium comes back in, I'm officially done. This is the most insane match ever.
The most hilarious match of the whole tournament. If Potassium comes back in.
The anticipation. Who's it gonna be? I mean, I feel like it's just gonna be Evios, but if it is Potassium.
Oh, Evios. Okay. Understandable.
Okay.
Understandable.
We're being reasonable.
Oh, nice. Looks like yeah, they've had some. Are there some slot issues? It's interesting.
I think there's not. It's like they're on the wrong team.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh my god. Germany was on red and Australia was on blue. It should have been the other way around the whole time.
Yeah.
That's great.
That
All
makes
right.
sense. That makes sense.
I'm going outside.
What a great song.
Really great song. Yeah. Very, very relaxed, you know. Nice swung beat.
Picked up the newspaper, set the windows. Can't go back to where it comes from, 'cause I'm not welcome.
Well, judging by
Not fun there.
Evios's performance on one day, this one might be an easy pick for Germany to win on, depending.
Yeah, I
obviously,
would not be
practice, but-
surprised at all. I mean, like, Germany, they've gotten SVs down for sure. Despite Potassium's play on one day, Germany still beat him. So,
Yeah,
I feel like they
on
should
the
be
actual
totally
front.
fine on this.
All right, we're going in here. We're going to see, I think, fairly quickly whether or not they've practiced or not.
I'm going out.
And I think we've already made a decision, yeah.
and it is decided. Actually, Stankill also having a bit of problems.
Oh, this
here
is
with
interesting.
with the patterning.
Kites is doing very well.
This is going to be more interesting
Uh-oh,
than we thought.
okay. Wow, okay, this got way more real. Oh, Roman missing, so Kites is holding an FC right now. The only one in the lobby to do so. No! Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, what is happening?
but Kites, I think, has the highest accuracy.
Yeah, that is true.
Has the lowest accuracy though. So that's
Although Kites is very, very close with Roman right now. Oh man. Only
Kites having the highest
13,000.
number now.
Yeah. He's getting that score bonus, so if Evios can...
Never mind. Never mind.
Alright.
Everyone actually kind of dropping around that section though.
Yeah, that is true. Man, this is great.
It looks like the Germany's just inching out of that lead further and further as the chart teams go on. But we're like not even halfway through yet.
I mean, already though, I mean, Germany's just slowly been progressing on their lead here. I mean, they're doing very good now. I mean, Kite's falling all the way down to 93% here, although Roman's still really holding on with it, almost pushing up to 96 here, which is very good.
And now we're starting to see the misses on the Australian side. Rogan, yeah, taking over Kites and the accuracy there.
Yeah. I really like this SV here with the measure bar. really expressive of the Bill Wirtz video. I actually really like this chart though. Only issue is that just looking at these how these guys are playing so far, this is one of those things that takes almost too much preparation. It's still a dense chart even with out the SVs. So it's hard to time, and then on top of like the SVs, this is just so hard to keep track of.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem, especially for players who don't really have like they have a job, they have to do other things, they have a plan, like they have things to do, so they can't practice as much as they want to.
Still, though, I'm surprised that this actually did get played because I expected like a near 100% ban rate on this, and I mean, chances are we're still going to see that, just because like this is one of those charts that like people are, you know, not willing to practice. They're really like they have a hard time like trying to learn it, so they usually just go for the quick ban, just to make it a lot easier for them.
Yeah, it does cut down your practice time by a lot if you cut out like the major SV pick.
Well, that's the end of that chart, and Germany taking a very, very convincing win there. Nobody
Rohan
even breaking
with the
above
S.
96, so yeah, Rohan with the only S. So, like, I mean, that's... Actually, Kite's got a better score than Standkill there, so that's pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a little tidbit. But Evios not quite keeping up here.
Yeah. Actually, still, though, I mean, I'm sure that was probably, like, the best Australia could do. I mean, really, knowing what happened with Sankatsuki last week, I really don't want to imagine what would happen if you played this chart. So, like, I still think that's a good effort put in by Evios. And I guess if you looked at that health, graph there, like, you'd see that most of his drops were in, like, the very first part of that song. So, I mean, he still did a very good job in the very last half of that, I think.
We'll have to see what Australia goes for here. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for more LN focused again, kind of going off the back of that Orchard pick.
Yeah, I mean, that just judging by the performance from Germany, that's like probably their safest area right now. So hopefully they're picking the Jack pick, which that's not bad. I mean, actually no, because it comes down to like really being able to read how dense that ending is, and I think that's definitely something they can like prod Germany with, because Germany, judging by how they played other charts, they're not very good at reading like dense things. So if Sankansuki can keep up better than Roman, and I guess if Kites is playing here, then he should be fine then. So we'll see. I mean, if they're confident enough on it, then they should be all good to go.
Yeah, I definitely think that Sankansuki's BMS skills are pretty good, TBH, because otherwise you wouldn't be ranked 1 in Australia.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, Sangatsuki, his accuracy, you know, maybe not like the best. SV is definitely not the best, but I mean, like, his ability to just read dense charts, and especially on songs like this, he's able to give Australia such a huge score boost compared to other countries. Should be starting very shortly here. I think this is, we did kind of see earlier on the Filipino game that this is a fairly like consistent pick. There's not a lot of 200s that get dropped throughout the entire chart, and well, it's really only towards the end when people just start breaking nonstop, and I mean that's where we're gonna see all the stuff happen for this. If we see anybody, I think, breaking in the first half of this, I don't know what to expect in the very end.
Yeah, that tends to be, at least for a 4K, it tends to be the case for Jack picks, where if it's not fast enough and the player can handle it, then it tends to be like a wash, and the player tends to get like really high accuracies, high ratios and stuff like that. So the players can handle it. I don't see many accuracy drops.
Yeah, it looks like they're all handling themselves just fine. I think Stankill's dropping like maybe a bit more 200s than all the other players, and that's probably giving Australia the small lead right now, but really, I mean, this is one of those Jack picks where it's not like strictly Jacks. At the very end, they're kind of mixed in with some other technical patterns, so I think Sankansuki should be fine. I would expect Roman to be okay. I think this just comes down to Kite's Standkill, and like those were the only two players that missed right there. So.
And they both traded. Kite's missing once more there, so that's going to give Germany a slight lead. Standkill trading back there.
Scores are flickering very slightly now. I think Australia is just very, very, very slightly building a lead. Stankill missing there is going to give Australia a bit more of a score boost there.
Yeah, Sankan has a 99.7 right now to Rowan's 99.2, so that could be what's constituting the lead. But he's going to miss there. It's going to be huge for Germany.
Yeah. Oh man. Germany can definitely capitalize off this now. Roman's still holding an FC here, and he's just got the lead barely towards Germany now. Wow. I mean, this is going to be close.
Now.
Yeah. We'll see if Germany takes this. I mean, like I said, this just comes down to the end. If Roman can maintain an FC, it's very likely that he'll make it. But Stankill with the miss there is going to give Australia just a very slight lead. Yeah, it looks like Australia is able to come out of this on top.
Yep. It also could come down to the accuracy from Sankan. Despite the miss, he still has a higher accuracy than Rohan. It's dropped a bit since the miss, but it's still quite strong.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's really building his way back up, and I mean, I think this just shows that Rohan's dropped quite a few more 200s than Sankan has so far in this chart. But here comes the ending section here, and I mean, we'll see how these players do. Stankill and Rohan both missing. Kites as well.
Everyone missing. Sankan though, holding the combo.
Yeah, he's doing really good so far, and he's really maintaining. I'm done.
But this is not fair. We can't talk about the match without ruining it.
I have no words. I have no words as to how that just happened. But man,
that is
still, yeah. I mean,
but
wow.
He is gonna hold the combo after that miss for a very strong 500 combo in the ending there, and that is going to constitute heavily towards the point there for Australia.
I'm just more in disbelief as to how I actually said Sankan's doing really good, and then he immediately breaks combos right there, like,
and then he doesn't miss again.
Yeah, and then he's man, I just gotta like be quiet. Like I'm just gonna, zip.
Yeah, like the chorus comes in and no one talks.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, watch this come down to tiebreaker, because I mean that's starting to look likely.
Yeah,
just the whole time I just have to be quiet.
Yeah, no, you speak like you keep quiet for like the first half, and then the last chorus you say one guy's name and they just drop and they
just fail. They just fail the whole tiebreaker. It's over.
Yeah.
And this is like the most I've probably ever cursed anybody ever in a match. Like,
yeah, it's been so consistent as well.
This is worse than Juan. This is so much worse than Juan. Oh, 7 colors, here we go. And Wolf is a very happy man.
This is a nice one. This has got a bit of everything.
Actually, this has a couple SVs in it. By a couple, I mean there's SV like every 2 seconds. So,
there's a lot.
I mean, they're fairly sight readable, so
yeah.
Samkensuki should be okay. Anyways, we'll see what happens.
I think he'll be staying in.
Man, this is we haven't seen this one yet. We haven't seen Orchid either. So I mean, this match, I mean, they're coming out with all the new picks here.
This has been like the biggest roller coaster of a match I think I've witnessed so far.
I'm actually wondering what's Australia going to go into next, because okay, they lost both the SV picks, but they've won everything else. They've won Orchid Remix, and they've won I can't remember. They literally just played it. The Jack pick, right? Penguin. There we go.
Penguin. Yeah, Penguin.
Yeah. So they got that. They should be okay on most things then. And actually, Germany banned Good Bounce. So I think that's kind of a sign that maybe they're not so hot on like dense things. I feel like Deus Ex Machina might be a good pick for Australia, but I mean, there's really a lot they can go for, really.
Yeah, we haven't really seen that the more heavier LN style picks either. So there's also
April,
kind of that area to explore.
Yeah. I mean, April was banned by Australia, but there still is introductions variations, which from experience from the 4K World Cup, which that song was also in, that was That was one hell of a ride. I mean, the releases in that chart are really crazy, and this 7-key chart is no different. And honestly, in fact, it's a lot crazier. So, I mean, I think that's going to be ignored from both these teams just because of how dense it is. But if someone's up for playing it, I think they're going to go right into it. Because neither of these teams seem like too hot on like really, really dense LN. And I lied. Australia did great. Actually, okay, hold on.
Ooh.
I gotta think about what I'm gonna say before I say it, because I know for a fact I'm gonna curse someone.
So we do see Songkhan coming out really strong out of there. Rohan also quite good, but not quite as well on the accuracy front.
Yeah, and I think coming up here now the SVs, and I think Kites might be having a bit of trouble, or maybe just CV1s. Not really too big of a deal. But if you actually look really closely on some of these LNs, like right there, like they tend to speed up really quickly, so you don't actually hold them down as long as you really think you might. But other than that, those are I think all of the SVs in this chart really, so at least it stays consistent for these guys, and I think people like Sangatsuki and even like Dankiller Roman, like they seem to be doing okay on these LNs and SVs, especially Kites as well, so looks like Australia has a fairly convincing lead. Roman missing quite a bit here. So far I haven't cursed anyone, so that's nice.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing Songkhan shine here, holding the FC. Okay, good, I didn't curse it. Germany having a bit of trouble holding the combo overall, especially Stanko at the moment. Kites seems to have recovered on that front.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
really going to say both players on Australia holding over 1,000 combo. Before I said it,
before it's now in advance.
Yeah, it's ahead of me now. Like when I think about it, what I'm gonna say, I've already cursed them.
You're not even allowed to think about it.
Oh,
You're
man.
like in your head, like, wow, they have a large combo, and then you just see the number drop.
Yeah. This is crazy. It's still the Australia holding a very large lead over Germany. I don't think much is going to be happening to change that. Although, we aren't actually 3/4 of the way in yet, so I suppose anything can happen, but I mean, Australia is 30,000 points ahead of Germany. There's going to be very little wiggle room that Germany has.
Yeah, there is an LN section, I think, coming up. Yeah, that might prove difficult for Songkhan, but I'm not too sure if it's difficult enough.
I'm not saying a word.
Oh no!
What? Oh my god! Oh.
Just like that. It's gone. He has to be listening. It's unreal.
He has to know. He's just tight. He's like, oh yeah, he just said I'm not saying a word. All right, I'm gonna miss. Just for him, you know. Like, these guys are conspiring against me. Like, there's something going on here.
Ooh, Rohan's actually now holding the highest combo now. Just that's.
Rohan holding the highest combo. I'm not cursing him. Wow. Yeah, it worked. All right.
Whoa,
yeah, I guess
he did it.
I guess I just gotta be like, hey, I'm not gonna curse him.
You gotta pretend you're sarcastic.
I'll just pretend. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Australia taking that one quite convincingly.
Yeah, I think that all came down to Sangatsuki there. He had a very good score minus
Yeah.
minus the combo break.
Yeah, minus the little incident that was that happened at around the 3,000 combo mark.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here now. Actually, yeah, that was that Germany's pick?
That was Germany's pick. That was Germany's pick, yeah.
So that's the first break point of this match, which, oh my god, they're actually picking it. Oh my god. This is gonna be insane.
They've just gone and undid it. Songkhan nearly going for that silence there.
This is Okay, shout outs to everyone who actually knows that coffee pasta. But, So yeah, moving into introductions and variations here. I mean, it's
No one else will understand.
no one's gonna understand that except for like a couple people, you know. Anyways, yeah, this is strictly LNs, and that's an understatement. This I don't have words to describe like how dense this chart
Yeah.
is, and I have no doubt in my mind that nobody here will survive the ending.
I have like a sheet with like some quick notes that I jotted down, and I opened this map in the editor and I wrote down LN but harder. And that's all I wrote.
Yeah, no, this is. I legitimately don't have words. The releases in this are crazy. There's so many elements. There's so much going on at once. All these players hold EFCs though, so doing pretty good so far.
There's no way! That's impossible! It's so...
I can't even do my job. That one job is just say what's going on, and I can't even do that because I can't do it for me.
I can't do it either because I'm laughing!
God. Alright, well, how's this?
Has there been a
still
single-
holding an FC.
No.
Doing pretty good right now. No, it's fine. It's fine. Trust me. There's no hard part until like right now. So PCBs is right now. I think like right here.
Okay.
What a god! Oh my god, he's insane. He's a legend. Still holding the SC.
Has there been a single map yet where that hasn't happened?
I don't think so. That's like besides like the SV stuff, but I think we had potassium to cover the first one, and then like I don't even know. It just I've been cursing everybody and everything.
It's
Holy okay,
Sakatsuki
destroyed that. He actually destroyed that.
That's what? We were too busy laughing about the curse.
Australia's actually like okay. At least this is Germany's pick, but Germany needs to win 2 points right here and right now if they want to take this tiebreaker. Because Australia's already got game point here, so this is actually really crazy. I did not expect that out of Australia. I didn't think Sankan was that comfortable on that chart either.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I did not expect that. That's actually ridiculous.
Well then, last pick here. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, I think maybe Deus Ex Machina, because that's like the least dense chart of the pool,
Yeah.
and they could probably focus on timing there, but they definitely don't want to do Choir Gel.
Kill asks what the commentators are saying about him. If he tunes in and just sees us laughing.
Yeah, he's not prepared for what I just did to literally everybody in this entire game.
He's not
so far.
prepared.
Man, well,
We're gonna
Passage
see-
D.
This one's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I guess it is worth noting that this was the last song of the last game as well. So, who knows?
No, not saying
we'll
anything.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's really dense. It's got like just stairs everywhere and really like crazy bursts that are so unreliable that like you can't really tell if you can really consistently hit them right. So we'll see what it comes down to here.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we have to be really careful with what we say, considering how our word seems to be commands to the people above.
Are those early 200s from both Australian players already?
I think so.
Yeah, wow. That okay.
Yeah, Kite's having a lot of trouble.
Whoa.
Everyone having a lot of trouble.
Mankel's doing great, actually. Okay, this is interesting. Never mind. Okay, since this is on Germany to win this point right here, I'm just gonna stay nice and quiet. All right, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see. I'll take the front. I'll just say what I see. Muting the casters.
No.
Oh, he actually did it.
He's like,
He actually
he
did
actually did it. He actually did it. Oh my god.
What
Oh,
is
that's
this? Oh, I actually was about to say that I
Such a
didn't
great
realize that
combo.
Rohit and Sarkhan had it. I literally thought it, and it happens.
Yeah. Oh man. You see, you're learning the ways. You know.
Yeah,
Actually, I think this is what happened. It's because I commentated with Juan last block, so he just kind of rubbed off.
Oh
on me.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
just
he's
got
just
all of his cursing power now. You know.
He's like, here, take this. You're like, no, stop.
Yeah. See, people in
Well.
chat want me to curse right now, so we get a tiebreaker, but that's not how it works.
Well, we're seeing everyone except for Stankill is having a bit of troubles holding their combo here. Accuracy-wise, mostly around the 98s. Oh, Rohan dropping there as well. It's not looking quite good for Germany.
There's this
Kind of
burst in the
dropping.
very end that's like really hard to hit like right
Oh.
now. But yeah, all right, I wasn't
Oh,
kidding.
fuck.
All right.
Tough
Everyone-
fucking chat typed curse Sarkhan Suki as soon as it happens.
Yeah, no, but the more funny thing is that one burst, Stankill, Rohan, and Kites all combo broke on that one burst, except for Sankitsuki. He hit it just fine. So, if anything, the complete opposite happened. But man, wow, what a game! What a game!
That was. There's no words for that match.
5-2 for Australia. I mean, Germany unfortunately eliminated from this tournament, though. That was a losers bracket game, but still, I mean, really, really good fight put up by Australia. Despite me, behind them,
Yeah.
cursing every single player in that lobby. No big deal.
Yeah, doing everything you can just to make him injured.
But yeah, no, winner of that game, so they'll be moving on to be playing the loser of Chile versus Singapore, which I believe actually, is that coming up next? No, Indonesia and Japan's coming up next. So we do have another losers bracket game coming up very soon here. I believe we've got actually 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
looks like we should be getting set for that next game fairly soon here. So yeah, 10 minutes until Indonesia versus Japan, another losers bracket game. And then the winner or loser of that game eliminated from the tournament. Winner of that game playing the loser of the USA and Malaysia. So gonna be a very interesting. I wouldn't say not just an interesting match, but also one where the results are going to be very determinant of how this tournament goes. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. I believe we might do a commentator swap specifically with me, so I don't curse any more people.
Yeah, it's like you're getting benched. You're getting benched, really.
Yeah, no, I'm getting fired. It's over, guys. This is my last game, so I'm stepping down. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. I believe we're gonna have Potassium F, who was just playing the man himself.
Very shortly, I think. Probably gonna recover from the
Yeah,
traumatizing experience that was me me cursing the living hell out of him. So yeah, I'll be taking my leave here. Supposed to see you guys later. I got Potassium already in the call here, so
Hello,
I'll let
everyone.
you guys take it away. Yeah, see you guys later.
So yeah,
You've been fired. Get out of here.
get out of here.
Get out. Yeah, well,
It's the man himself. It's like, hey, flashlight main AMA. I play as
yeah.
the
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm a flashlight dude. How's it going, everyone? Well, I'm actually quite excited for this next match coming up. A little bit of adrenaline going on from the previous match, but that kind of helps. But Indonesia versus Japan is actually quite interesting, I think. Both of these teams, they did get knocked out down to the losers bracket last week, but they both had some really strong performances. And in my opinion, it could be a very close match.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. Alden and Quicklid are really notable players on the Japan side, and I believe on Indonesia, I think most of the players are actually quite strong. Reyes and Lino Sama in particular. And I think
Yep.
they're a really strong LN team on the Indonesia side as well. So we could be seeing maybe some interesting picks there.
Yeah, and also interesting to note that Japan was extremely strong on pretty much all maps except for LN last week against Chile. Alzen in
Ooh.
particular seemed to struggle on the harder LN picks, like Grade 3 in particular. I think he had a little bit of a slip up. So it'll be interesting to see, because I think Indonesia can definitely take points from Japan on the long note picks. Maybe just take advantage of that weakness from last week.
Yeah, and there's definitely no shortage of LN maps to pick.
Oh yeah, there are tons here. And all of them, they're getting quite hard as well. There's not really any LN map that you can say, oh, that's just an easy LN map, like you could in like the previous map pools. All the LN maps in the pool are very, very difficult and tricky. So if you're not really comfortable with long notes, then you're gonna get rolled.
You're gonna get rolled, kid. Also, we might see some interesting picks around the SV picks in particular, because you can't really ban them out if Japan goes for an LN ban on, say, Avril, which I wholly expect.
Yeah, SV picks are always really exciting to watch, because obviously with especially with one day, especially with one day, I think any team could beat any other team on it, because we don't quite know exactly how much each team has practiced it, and really that's all it comes down to is
yeah, I think your play in
one
particular is testament to the fact that it doesn't matter really how good you are at 7 key. It matters how good you are. Like, you obviously need a bit of skill. You need to be able to read the notes. You need to have that finger independence. But it's like a 1-star map, so the patterning is not at all hard. You just need to be good at SV, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, that was extremely good for me, because I could like S maybe half the maps in group stage. Lol. So yeah, seeing something like one day was really good. Gives me a chance to contribute to the team, and maybe there's some other people in other teams. You know, maybe like the perhaps lower level players that can just dedicate themselves to practicing like the 1SV map or something.
Yeah, that is actually a good point for those teams that have 4 players. If you have one player who you can just have dedicate themselves to those SV picks that are less difficult pattern-wise, but still a really time-consuming thing to do, that can be really useful and can really cut down your practice times, especially if you're busy.
Yeah, like you would see some of the top players on your team, Raze for Indonesia or Alzen for Japan. You know, you'd want them to be practicing the more difficult, like, other maps in the pool, and maybe we can see like some of the sub players, for lack of a better term, maybe getting a chance to practice that by themselves, get good at it, so that other players can focus on other maps.
Yeah, there's definitely an advantage to the 4-player teams, and you can see why having a full roster comes into play a lot more than you might expect. As for the 2-player teams, such as Chile, who have been performing quite well as a 2-player team, they don't have that luxury where they can offset practice to another player, so they do have to know pretty much every map, except for maps that they plan to ban.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest weakness you would say of the 2-player team, is that they can lack the diversity because they don't quite have, the luxury of being able to practice everything at the same time. So maybe, they might have some big weaknesses in maybe potentially the SV side of things. That said, these 2 teams both have full 4-player teams, so hopefully we'll see some wacky stuff coming out with the SV picks.
Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing in most of the SV picks, I think you immediately know who's practiced and who hasn't, because you see them get like 100s and 200s on the first like 7-0s.
Yeah, and of the SV picks, if any of them gets played, I would expect it to be one day, because that is the map that is just easier to practice, I would say. Outside is extremely long in comparison, and also has some tricky patterning, which can really trip you up with the SV, so it becomes like a lot harder to learn, and you know, people just don't even want to touch it. Like,
Yeah,
I know,
I can understand.
Australian team, no one wanted to touch any of the SV maps, which is why you know, it kind of went how it did.
Yeah, I can definitely understand the kind of mentality there where you're like, well, we could practice the SV maps and we could get like decent scores, but we could also just ban one, not practice the other, and dedicate more time to like those harder maps that we could easily take points on. And maybe if you're not a fan of SV, potentially you just have more fun playing those maps as well.
And we have players in the lobby now. Rizal Pramana and Rays for Indonesia, and Alzen and Quicklid for Japan.
And looks like we've already got one warm-up picked as well. We're going to see Endless Story. Not 100% sure whose warm-up it is.
It is a Xeno core map, which, if I'm not mistaken, are generally LN.
We've got that knowledge. The knowledge bank potassium map here.
Yeah, good old Xenonia maps.
Alright, looks like we're going to start any second now, and we're coming in here, and there's a Rubik's Cube, and it's covered by the lane.
Yeah, so if it is an LN map, then I would expect it to be Indonesia's pick. I don't see... I mean, Japan, they are very competent at LN still, but I don't think that is their main strength as a team.
Ooh. The slow jam,
A
though.
bit of slow
Raiders.
jam.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is
yep.
Indonesia's. Oh my god.
Hey, this is some intense LN,
Yeah.
wow.
That was very dense there. We could see Indonesia is like, no problem. We'll play this.
And we
And
can
having
see
a
the
little
thing
bit
that I
of
was
trouble.
talking about. Alzen is having a lot of issues, or with those really dense patterns of LN there, holding about 91.5% at the moment, with everyone else holding over 98.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see an Avril ban coming from the Japan side here. I don't think that Indonesia would ban it, but I'm not sure if they would have practiced it. I think you could just expect that kind of happening. It is a risky thing to assume, though.
Yeah, we can expect from almost every match for there to be an Avril ban.
Or pick. If it's not banned, it's definitely going to get picked,
Oh,
because that means that
if it's
both
not
teams
banned,
are
it's
willing.
always gonna be picked, yeah.
There's always some of the maps that are just like that. Seeing some more crazy LN patterning. I can't even read any of this. I just like see a bunch of like colors and I'm like, wow, that's hard.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of
Yeah,
lot of
there's a
little
lot of
notes
things.
everywhere on my screen.
And they're not right, so that makes them even harder. No reading required.
Yeah, it seems to be quite a some difficult releases, really difficult releases there. But yeah, Indonesia flexing their LN prowess right now. Although Quickler does have the best accuracy of the lobby. Doing
Yeah, it's
really
interesting
well.
to note. That's the thing with Score V2 that I've actually kind of noticed, because one of the prominent things that Score V2 has done is that it split LNs into two parts. I guess the latch and the release, I guess you could call it, or the hold. It's not really the hold though. It's the first part and the last part really, but they've separated them both.
It's just an A press.
But it separates them into two judgments. So even if you're not so good at releases, you can still build up the accuracy if you're a strong Rice player just on the first part of the LN.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, even though you can hit the first note, or the initial press of an LN, the releases end up being, much of the main problem you would find. So it can be.
And just like that,
is that a team
Japan's,
fail?
yeah, Japan both players fail out of the map there.
Oh yeah, Raze also failed as well at the end, so it was just Rizzle Pramana left.
Although that map was quite insane.
That was, yeah, that was a really difficult map. Big difficulty spike near the end there that caught out all the players.
Yeah, this map is...
Wait.
If I remember correctly.
The heart flutters as you slide the knife across his throat. Okay, then.
Toki. This actually has a 4-key chart, which is insanely hard in terms of like jack speed. So I wonder if this 7K chart is going to be very similar.
Ooh, jack map. Interesting.
But you can,
from
you
the
can
sounds
hear from
of
the song, yeah.
It sounds like there'll be a lot of SV.
Yeah, there's definitely
section.
potential.
I can feel it.
I feel it.
We see Project C1 swapping in for Rizzle Pramana. Just probably wanting to get Japan wanting to get all their players warmed up. Maybe shake off a bit of the nerves during warm up. That can happen.
Yeah, that is a fair point. It actually, at least I noticed it during MWC for 4K. Just playing in the warm-up itself can be enough just to calm you down a bit and kind of get used to the whole scenario if you are having those tournament nerves. Hopefully,
definitely.
Hopefully the players are getting used to it now that we're in the quarterfinals. But it could still, if you're having a particularly major match, it definitely still comes back to bite you.
We'll see what kind of map this ends up being.
I'm expecting a lot of mini jacks that are insanely quick.
Oh, mini jacks, you.
Oh, looks like we're going to see SV though, just out the wazoo.
Okay, yeah. Okay. This might be Indonesia's pick, because it seemed like Japan didn't know that SV was coming.
I believe this is Japan's pick. Because the last one, LN style, and they...
was an LN pick. This does look like an interesting map.
Ooh, looks like we got some technical jack style bursty kind of things going on.
Those LN look really brutal. Wait, wait, what's going on?
What is happening?
Wait, are those 3 notes in one?
Alzen's just cheesing it.
each one of those chords was actually 3 chords, I think. But the notes were just on top of each other.
That's insane.
Interesting. Yeah. That was some interesting SV.
Well, I believe the last part of this song actually gets quite like messy in terms of like the actual song. So yeah, it looks like we're just going to go into like massive rolls here.
Yeah, huge staircases with some mini jacks. Yeah, it does seem that this was Japan's pick. Both Japanese players getting S's, which is pretty good.
Looks like quickly just let go of the L and he's like, I'm done. I'm okay with this one. Oh, everyone missing.
Yep. Releases like that are not that fun. There is a release similar to that. Kind of the opposite in one day at the very end of the map.
What does it just like hold onto the? Oh yeah, it holds onto the last LN.
Because it's a
and then you
stop
can-
SV, and yeah, you can't time it, especially because it was off my screen. Just got to guess the timing.
Well, we see
So we're
a
getting into the
57
yeah, 57.
roll,
That's
from Indonesia.
that's a decent, above average.
I didn't quite catch what Japan
I didn't.
rolled.
Oh, neither. I didn't quite see that.
It looks like, according to chat, they rolled a 92.
Oh,
So,
okay. 57 doesn't quite cut that. So it will be Indonesia's ban first then. See if they ban outside, or maybe like a more rice-oriented map to go against Japan's strengths if they've perhaps practiced the SV picks.
yeah, let's see what they go for. I wouldn't be surprised if they just ban like something like we saw Germany do, where they just ban good bounce. If they're
Yeah, that could happen. That could happen.
if they're
On their ban one
Ooh.
day.
See, that's actually an important bit of information for Japan. If they've practiced outside and they're confident on it, I think that could be a really good pick. And of course, we're seeing
Japan,
Avril.
yep. Avril ban from Japan, that's expected.
Yeah, no surprises there. I think we all kind of expected them to ban Avril. It's just such a... It's only 3 stars, but it's just so difficult to play.
Oh, and
gonna
we
see
see
Penguin.
So perhaps one of the easier maps of the pool, but that said, it's very, very far from an ACK battle. We are well past the stages of accuracy wars now. And I
Unless,
think
of
this
course,
is
you are
good.
a
This does
god
have
gamer.
yeah. Yeah, I think we can see we'll see some really high scores in this, because this does play into Japan's strengths that we've seen. In maps that Alzen has been comfortable with, he's scored extremely high scores with really good accuracy. And if there is a map to get good accuracy on in this pool, it is this map, Penguin.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the classic LN team versus Rice team struggles, where you see them trading points back and forth as they slowly expand through their respective skill set until they get down to like the last pick, which is like either the technical, like random mixed pick that has everything, or just the SV pick, and then that's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, and then in that case, it will get really interesting, because they may be able to take each other to the tiebreaker if they keep winning on their own picks. And the tiebreaker is like a combination. It has some LN sections, has some Rice sections.
Yeah.
Little bit of SV thrown in there to spice things up.
Yeah, it definitely has that the classic tiebreaker kind of criteria, where you have SVs where if you're not ready for them, they might catch you off guard and make you drop. And also a high variation of patterning, so you're testing all skill sets, so that the tiebreaker isn't really skewed towards one skill set.
Yeah, true. But we are 8 maps away from the tiebreaker, so for now let's focus on the map at hand, Penguin. We'll see, we're just waiting on the last player for Indonesia.
Yeah, I do think this is a good pick for Japan. We're seeing Alzen and Quickwood both join in here, so I think that's to be expected. And Lino Sama and Reyes from Indonesia, which I think also is to be expected. I think both these players for each team are players that I mentioned as particularly noteworthy.
So we've seen quite a few players from the Indonesian side join and leave. I think they're trying to get Rizal Pramana in?
Maybe? Touch though.
Oh, no, so they're just going as is with Lino Sama. We'll see how this ends up playing out. I think it might be very close given the skill levels of all these players. It may stay extremely close until the end, similarly to what we saw with Australia versus Germany just before.
Yeah, the ending is definitely a point where we want to look out and see who drops, who doesn't.
Yeah, so never be truly over until the very end of this map.
I want to see how the accuracy kind of. I don't want to use the term accuracy was because it's a bit more difficult than that, but just how the general accuracies kind of play out in the first part of the song.
And it comes down to how comfortable the players are with this speed of jacking. Because if you're comfortable with pressing the buttons at this speed, then it's not that hard to get high accuracy on jacks.
Just be very literal. Wow, the players are hitting the buttons very, very good relative to the expected time that they're meant to hit the buttons to.
We see Raze with the first drop from the Indonesian side. Japan does also hold the accuracy advantage because of Lino Sama just lagging behind a little bit in terms of accuracy, so they take about a 10,000 point lead to start things off. Lino Sama and Quicklid and Alzen all finding drops now.
Everyone dropping.
So no more full combos. Everyone's
we did see Quicklid drop earlier.
So now it's all about the accuracy, and Japan does still hold that.
Well, we're seeing the lead slightly go towards Japan now. That could be because Alzen's accuracy, despite dropping, is still at 99.7, which is much higher than most of the players except for Reyes, who's slightly behind 99.5, and then Quicklid 99.5 as well.
Yeah, it really is just Lino Sama making the difference. Just about 1% lower in accuracy than Alzen at the moment. We'll see if Indonesia can make up the difference in the end section coming up now.
Yeah, here we go. This is the moment of truth. We're going to see. It's important here to just hold onto your combo where you kind of put accuracy. Oh, and it's immediately Lino Sama's going to drop. That's not good at all. It looks like Japan's going to capitalize on that.
Yeah, if Japan just holds combo through this section, they'll be able to take the point quite comfortably.
Yeah, if we don't see any more drops, it looks this. Oh, right as I say it, both players in Indonesia side drop. It's just that the commentator's curse is still in full action.
Oh god. Yeah, it does look like Japan will be taking the first map on their own pick. With 60,000 points. Very strong accuracy by Alzen, only 9 200s, and an extremely strong ratio as well.
Yeah, I mean, now I wouldn't be surprised if we straight up just see introductions and variations or something along those lines, and then we see Indonesia show off their LN skill and potentially just take the point back as well and start trading points like that.
Yeah, I do think, oh, you're right. They do pick introductions variations.
I read them like a book.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a time traveler, actually. I saw this match
actually
already.
a time. Yeah, and you saw
That's
everyone
how,
breaking.
Yeah.
You saw everyone breaking in the future. That's how it works.
It's not the it's not the commentator's curse. It's just time travel.
Yeah, it's just the predictions. It's the
we're very good at covering it up.
So we'll see if Indonesia can take a point back. I do think they'll be very strong on a quite dense LN pick such as this one.
Yeah, I do think, judging by the warm-up, I think Indonesia is highly favored in this map. But
I mean,
it's not
it's not quite as hard as the first warm-up.
Oh, yeah,
I would say nowhere near as hard, but
nowhere near as hard, but still.
I expect Alzen to perhaps struggle a little bit. Doesn't seem... Unless he's been practicing his LNs, who knows?
Well, we're about to find out for sure. Interesting to note that here, but before the LN came in, we did see Japan take an accuracy lead really early, so...
And Alzen's finding a couple misses in the LN section, dropping his accuracy a little bit, but Raze seems to be having a bit more trouble with his accuracy at the moment.
However, Indonesia still, despite that, taking the lead early on. We'll have to see if that continues throughout the match. Oh, quicker lid dropping there. That's not good for Japan, and that's going to give Indonesia the convincing lead now.
Yeah, Indonesia have a really strong lead in terms of combo, but they're not actually ahead in terms of accuracy. So if Indonesia doesn't manage to keep up their combos, Japan can take it right back.
Yeah, I think this match depends whether or not Indonesia can hold the combo.
Oh, and Lino Sama finding 2 misses on those releases, the brutal releases.
You know what it is? We've been passing it on. First it's Juan, and then Juan passes it to Superman. And then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna pass it on to you, Lusty.
Oh, we see Lino Sama and Alzen trading misses twice. But we will see Indonesia taking the point.
I saw Raze on the FC, and I was gonna comment on it before the match finished.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
I'll wait the 3 seconds.
You know not to do that. Raze with an FC, pretty low accuracy FC with a kind of a off ratio, but FC is an FC. Who cares?
Interestingly, Quicklid actually got the highest score in the lobby, despite Raze FCing.
Yeah, the accuracy very strong from Quicklid. We'll be
Straight
seeing
into good bounce.
Oof.
I think this match is kind of going the way we expected from the get-go, where we're kind of trading LN and Rice picks. But we're going to have to see, judging by introductions and variations, I think the LN picks are not going to be quite as decisive as we initially thought.
So this is definitely one of the harder maps of the pool. If you discount the SV and LN, those are kind of subjective.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting match, perhaps more than we thought initially. We'll have to see how it goes though.
Yeah, we'll see who Indonesia wants to sub in as their second player for this. Lino Sama is back after again, subbing in for himself.
Yeah, it's like, hello, I'm subbing myself in for me. And then he does the whole action like he leaves and he gets Raze to invite him. Oh, I think Lina Sama is in the wrong team. He's going to be playing for Japan.
Ooh.
In the actual lobby, not on the
bit of betrayal going on in this
betrayal.
match. Plot twist.
Yeah, that's like meta level twists. It's like you thought. Imagine if that happened like one of South Korea's matches. That it's like you thought they were going to take this point, but instead Jackets played on Brazil's side.
Yep. The old bait.
The old bait and switch.
Anyway, we're all ready to go into the third map. We'll see if Japan can snag another point on their own pick.
Yeah, I do think this is a pick that Japan might be favoured on, especially considering their really strong accuracy. And we're already seeing it come into play here, very slightly with the lead here.
Yeah, Alzen is definitely a really scary Rice player.
seeing some slight SVs, but not anything that isn't quite on the level of the actual SV picks.
Ooh, Lino Sama messing up the column number 1 jacks, which is, they're just not nice to play, so fair enough, but being the only member to drop, that will give Japan an advantage.
Yeah, it looks like in this lobby, the top performance is expected, and if you perform any less on a map like this, then you're going to be punished hard for it.
Yeah, we're seeing 4 really strong performances. 3 players above 99%, but Lino Sama just a little bit behind everyone else, and that's making a difference. Alzen finding a drop there. His accuracy didn't go down much though, so I do think Japan still holds quite a commanding lead.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Ray is on the Indonesia side holding the highest accuracy and combo at 99.26. Quicklid also holding a full combo at 99.55. And Alzen having the highest accuracy despite missing there at 99.6.
Ooh, Lino Sama finding another miss there. Slowly bringing the accuracy up, but it's not going to be enough against Japan, both being above 99.5%. Ridiculously high accuracy from them.
Yeah, I mean, that lead is just slowly getting bigger and bigger as the match goes on, and the final SVs, they're catching Lino Sama out, but it's...
Wow. Japan treating this
there.
like a group stage map pool.
Yeah, I mean, look at Alzen's 300 to 300 G ratio. You got 295 normal 300s. That is nearly half of what Ray has got, who had the next lowest.
Yeah, that is an insane accuracy. And even with the miss, he does take the highest score of the lobby.
And I mean, this just goes to show that Japan is not messing around when it comes to those BMS style picks. I'm almost 100% sure that they're going to go for more of those picks later on.
Yeah, there still are a few that they can pick along those lines, but there are also a few more LN picks for Indonesia to go for.
Yeah, there's definitely enough to bring either team to the tiebreaker, that magical 4-point mark, which is the beauty of the actual tournament, because even if you are really good at one specific skill set, that's not going to be enough just to outright win. You have to be good at everything if you want to outright win. If you're going to be good at one thing, you're going to have to fight in the tiebreaker.
Oh, and we see Orchard being picked for Indonesia, or is it Orchid? Do you pronounce the CH like a, or is it just like a...
Yeah, I do. Orchard, yeah.
Orchard? Okay, yeah. Orchard.
But I'm not really known for my pronunciation.
Pronunciation?
Yeah, see?
Got him.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I mean, dude? See what I mean? Life's too hard to worry about those things.
Anyway, we do have Indonesia picking another LN map, which is to be expected. See if they can tie it back up 2-all.
Yeah, I mean, it is going kind of the direction that we expected. In general, we're seeing kind of the LN and Rice style picks being traded back and forth, and I don't think there's any surprises there. As we did mention though, this is going to get much more interesting when we get to those later rounds where players run out of those picks.
Yeah, later on we'll probably see Passage D being played soon. Maybe Choir Jail, but after that, the map pool kind of it loses all of the main Rice and LN maps, so they may be forced to play outside. And that'll be interesting all around, because both these teams seem to kind of avoid it so far.
Yeah, if you leave one of those types of maps up, I mean, in this case, it could just be because there's not enough fans to go around. but generally when those kind of heavy hitters get left open, teams have intent to pick them.
Yeah. I mean, there's usually two ways it plays out, and that's either it gets banned, it gets picked first map, or both teams just avoid it because neither wants to play. It has happened sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, in this pool in particular, there seems to be 3 big maps that people want to be banning, more so than the rest, and I mean, that brings up an interesting one where you ask, well, which one do I want to ban?
Yeah, well, we do see Raze and Alzen trading misses there. Alzen with the second one right after. So that would give a slight combo. Oh, never mind.
Never mind, take
Raze
it back.
finding another drop. There'll be a slight combo advantage for Japan after everything's leveled out.
It looks like that's going to give Japan the lead just then. On the actual LN pick, if they manage to take this, it's not going to be good for Indonesia because that's the breakpoint that Japan's been looking for.
Or Raze with another drop. The accuracy is in Japan's favor, but Alzen and Quicklid both dropping.
Hey, this could
Minosama
put it
holding
in-
onto the full combo.
We're at the
it's
halfway
really
mark
close
here.
now. Oh, Quicklid
Dropping-
messing
that's
in the
gonna put
break
Indonesia
section.
the lead here.
But it's still way too close to be able to call anything. Only just past
Yeah,
the
it looks
halfway
like-
point now.
If Japan wants that breakpoint, they're going to have to fight for it. And
Ooh, Alzen
Indonesia is
finding
not going
another
to make
drop.
it easy.
Or Raze finding a miss as well, but Alzen finding repeated drops here. And Quicklid
Minosama
as well.
I said his
Get
name.
out of
Why?
here! Get out of
I
here!
said his name.
Stop talking!
Get out of here!
Oh, and 3. Everyone except for Quicklid missing in that section there. Alzen finding multiple drops. Everyone missing everywhere now.
There's too many
But
misses.
From
But
From
Indonesia.
the first part of the map, Indonesia just holding on to that advantage they had. It looks like they will be able to win their own pick.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a little bit of an outro.
Yeah, we're doing a little outro bit. Yeah,
But-
dude.
I don't think anything's going to change in this outro.
Maybe if we say their names enough, something will happen.
What, they'll disconnect or something.
Don't say it, no.
No, I'll stop.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking like there would be a chain miss, and you're just like disconnect.
Hey, I mean, like, chain misses don't quite make up 40,000 points. Maybe it would. Maybe if it was earlier in the map, yes, but not in the outro. Anyway,
Well, it looks like-
we do get a
Yeah.
tied it up
Ooh.
2-2. Gonna stay competitive between these two teams, and Japan straight away picks Passage D, the really, really difficult technical rice map.
Yeah, roly
Very
poly.
bursty, very bursty, bursts everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Japan came into this lobby with a plan of exactly how this match is going to play out, and as soon as the matches are finishing, they're like, this map, this map, this map, this map, this map,
Yeah,
and it's
Both-
kind of
both-
being in line with what we expect.
yeah, both teams being like really aware of exactly where they have the advantage over the other team.
And again, sooner or later, that's going to come to a bit of a stop, and we're going to see where either team kind of decides to go. There is going to be one map that won't be played, which I suspect will be one of Deus Ex Machina outside or Seven Colors, which is
Yeah,
pretty
so
flashy.
after this and maybe Choir Jail, there's not really any maps that I would say, one team, they're going to pick this, because after that it kind of
Yeah.
gets blurred as to, who would come out ahead.
Yeah, I think Deus Ex Machina is a good choice for Japan, but I think it depends on the ordering of who gets to pick first, and I haven't really done the math on it yet.
Deus Ex is kind of a weird one because it is mostly rice, but there are some tricky LN releases.
Yeah.
There's some small sections that have some really weird timing with LN releases, and that could make the entire difference because obviously it's not nearly as hard as what was it? Was it Good Tech?
Good tech. Good bounce.
It's Good Tech, Good Bounce, right? The other
Good
song.
bounce. Yeah. The other song. Yeah.
The other song, Good Bounce.
Another one to note is Indonesia did ban one day, so outside could be another good pick, depending on whether or not Japan is also confident. They could just be, they could also be not very confident on it, but obviously they kind of had to ban Avril. Well, they're coming in here to Passage D.
Oh, and we see
whoa!
both Japan players finding the first misses.
That's
Oh,
I didn't expect that at all. Both
yeah,
of
that's
them missing at the
interesting.
same time. And Quicklit also picking up an extra one about 20 notes later.
Ooh, we see some accuracy drops in that trill, but quickly finding another drop.
Well,
Indonesia's
it looks
going
like-
to take a very decent lead at the start of this map.
Well, if this continues on, it looks like what we're talking about before could just be all moot, because if they do take the breakpoint and then start picking more LN picks that get them up to that 5-point mark, then there is not going to be that tiebreaker being threatened at all.
There still is half the map left, and we see big drops from Rizzle Pranana and
And
Raze. That was a huge
now this
accuracy
is-
drop from Rizzle Pranana.
Now this is very, very interesting. It looks like this match is being on the back of Quicklit here for the Japan side.
Yeah, looks like Japan will take a really slight advantage because of Quicklit's combo at the moment, as the rest of the players, work their way up to the 400 combo. But any
Looks like they're
small
all there
mistake
now.
can decide this map now.
Oh, it's actually super, super close now. If no one drops here, it looks like it's going to be an accuracy war, and I think, just judging based on the match history so far, that Japan wins out on that. But Indonesia's taking the
It
slight
is
lead now.
so close. Oh, this is ridiculously close. We're getting to the end of the map.
This is make it or break it here.
Ooh. I think Indonesia
And-
has a really slight advantage. Just a couple thousand points because of the accuracy.
Oh,
Oh no!
and
And just like that,
Right at the
2,000,
end.
less than 2,000 points right at the end. I think that was Rizzle Pramana getting just a few 200s. That was it.
Yeah, I think Ray's dropped accuracy a bit. He was at 99.1 and dropped down to just under 99 there. Alzen, the only player above 99% accuracy. However, not actually getting the
Wow.
highest score in the lobby. That's
So
two
that was just
now that have been so
Oh,
close to
that was-
breaking the to getting the break point and just not quite making it.
insanely close map.
Well, the tiebreaker dream is still alive for the teams here. We'll have to see if there's one more chance, I think, to get the break point. 2 for Japan.
Yeah, there'll be another. It will be Indonesia's pick now.
And I mean, I'm expecting more LN here. Maybe Choir Jail.
I think Choir Jail is the last LN pick that stands out.
And we're just seeing both teams acknowledge each other's strong points here in the
Yeah,
chat.
a lot of respect going around.
Yeah, it's very obvious that they're both aware, very well aware of where they lie.
Oh, they go after 7 colors instead.
That's actually pretty interesting. There is actually a really LN heavy section.
Yeah, there is definitely some difficult LN patterns in this map.
Yeah, I think Choir Jail might have been a safer pick, but maybe they're keeping that one in their back pocket.
Well, I think this one... I think you can say this one has more just like dense LN. Like there's more actual LN in the denser sections than Choir Jail. Choir Jail is kind of like it has a lot of LN going on, but there's also some rice going on at the same time.
Yeah, this one's
So
kind
it's
of
more about trying to
separated.
balance both. This one's like more. There's a rice section, then there's an
Yeah.
LN section, then there's a rice section.
That'll
kind
be
of
interesting to see how it affects it, because I know personal experience that just the sheer fact of holding an LN while you're doing a pattern that you can normally do kind of hinders your performance, because it kind of ruins with your hand positioning. So, I mean, it could be interesting whether or not they perform on things that are like on a rice pattern while holding an LN as compared to rice section, noodle section. Well, looks like we're going into 7 colors here. Also, it's quite fairly long. No jumps on the initial LN there, although quite large accuracy jumps from the Japan side.
Yeah, both of them did get quite a few 200s there, but plenty of time to catch up. Alzen already back above 99%. And as you did say, this is quite a long map. So one small mistake might not be enough to tip the scales.
That being said, no major drops here from any player. Everyone holding a high accuracy in general.
Oh, Rizzle Pramana finding the first miss.
It
That's
has to
going
happen.
Oh, that's actually gonna be pretty even. Indonesia finding
that
back the
does even
combo
better.
with higher accuracy.
Although Rizzle from
Like Japan will hold.
not quite at the 400 combo yet, and just about now. Now, okay, so the lead's just in Japan's court.
Yeah, that's just a couple thousand points there. Nothing too major from Indonesia's side, but you know, it's something. If Japan manages to hold combo through the rest of the map, which is kind of a long shot to say at this point.
Yeah.
If they do, that's a 2,000 point advantage right there.
And I mean, we've seen already. Oh,
Okay.
it's actually.
Never mind, it's a 0 point advantage.
Yeah, it's a 0 point game now. This is still anyone's game.
Yeah, Raze and Alzen matching scores at the moment, have exactly the same accuracy on full combo. But it seems that Rizzle Pramana has slightly higher accuracy than Quickly.
Well, this actually might come down to the LN section. Oh, Alzen actually dropping a bit there as well on the slower section.
Yeah,
But yeah, if this comes down to the LN section, might not be good for Japan.
yeah, the solo section, which is coming up soon. I do think, Alzen finding another drop at the start of that.
Yeah, these misses here from
Raze
Alzen.
finding another drop, but Alzen dropping a lot of accuracy as well, seeming to struggle with these LN patterns.
This is what we're talking about. I think this one section here is going to contribute to the majority of the lead. Ooh. Rizzle Pramana also dropping. That means that Quickly is the only full combo left. We're seeing players build back up their combos here. Although the damage is already done, as it seems, it looks like Indonesia's going to take a large lead from that as we're coming to the outro, despite the FC potentially from Quickly.
Yeah, Quicklid holding an extremely good score, but Indonesia, both of Indonesia's players being just really consistent. Consistently high accuracy, and they managed to hold their combos there for quite a long time.
Yeah, it does look
Alzen
like
just struggling a little bit on the LN patterns. We'll give the point over to Indonesia and tying it up.
another solid pick from Indonesia. It seems that capitalizing again on that LN patterning.
And Japan does go for this, which is, you would say, it is the
I think
last
that-
remaining rice map.
Yeah, I do think
This
is
is the only one
where they
left,
should be going. The other one I would say would be a good choice would be outside, but they might not have practiced that, so I can't say for certain
I
that it's a
mean,
good pick.
Yeah, you can't really tell if outside is a good choice for anyone
Yeah.
until we actually see it played. So
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a
I'm
good
guessing-
choice for Indonesia, but there's potential for it to be a good pick for Japan.
I don't know.
But
it does have quite a lot of LN patterns. Outside does have some tricky LN patterns in it. So
Yeah,
that could
but
be
if
good for
you-
Indonesia, but then again, most of it is decided
Yeah,
by the
practice trumps
SV
it,
skill. Yeah. So I mean,
But yeah, I have a feeling that outside's going to be the map that isn't picked.
yeah, I don't. It seems like both of these teams are kind of like not the most comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like they already would have gone for it if they had practiced it, because you don't put practice into that map to not play it. Because if you have practiced it and your opponent bans the other SV, it's like a free point. Why don't you take it?
Yeah, it's generally the type of thing that teams would first pick, you know, to quickly cheese out the first point
Yeah.
from the other team.
Get the morale train rolling.
The Australia versus Germany.
Anyway, we're gonna go into Deus Ex Machina here with this nice background. It's like perfectly spaced.
Yeah. You just got him looking at the lanes.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's a nice judgment you got there.
The points are even. Okay, now they're not. All four
Points
players getting Rainbow
for
300s on
A
the first
brief
note.
moment. Yeah. An interesting thing about this map is that we're gonna have like a break in the middle that just like, it's like half the map is a break.
I think, see these rice patterns, I mean, it is rice, but it's not
Yeah.
the most, it's not as difficult as, like, good balance, you'd say.
Yeah, but
So
Despite
if
that, though-
if Indonesia manages to keep up somewhat with Japan,
yeah, I
then
feel like
in the
despite
like trickier LN timing sections, they could hope for some drops, like here.
Yeah, we can see with the just with the accuracy was if it's an easier pattern, I think Japan just tends to win out on those unless there's like major drops.
And we do see accuracy drops, but they're from everyone kind of just dropping slight accuracy on the LN timings there. But Japan
Yeah, it looks
does hold a considerable advantage now in terms of score.
Yeah, it looks like Japan's got a really strong lead here, just on the accuracy front alone, especially because these are.
Oh, Alzen finding a
dropping.
drop. Will there be enough time? I don't think there will. I don't think there's much
It
of the
could be
map
close.
left.
It's definitely
still
getting
do
closer and
hold-
closer.
A 30,000 point lead.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough.
It is closing. It is closing.
Oh,
but
it's actually
I don't
closing
think
faster
it's
than I
quite-
thought. It's not.
No. About
Well-
25,000 points.
The last two remaining picks, Outside and Quiet Jail. One of them is a pick that I think is Indonesia's preferable pick, which will be Quiet Jail. I think we are going to be seeing a tiebreaker here.
Ooh. I don't know. It's getting close.
It is getting
I
close.
think there is a good chance we get to see the tiebreaker.
This
But,
is definitely the make it or break it, the Hail Mary for Indonesia here. They have to win this.
We'll see. It can be a very tough decision.
Yeah,
Oh, and they pick
it looks like they're
Quiet
going
Jail.
to go Quiet Jail.
It can be a tough decision whether or not to pick the SV map, even if you have practiced it, because you don't know how much the other team has practiced it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. So like both teams are probably like maybe half confident on it.
Yeah, I think this is what we're going to see from the typical LN style. we need to keep an eye on Alison to see if he can hold the combo, most importantly, and if he can, I think Quicklid's accuracy alone is enough to take the win here. However, if he does drop, I think Indonesia is well within the realms of winning.
Yeah, I think Indonesia are favored, or I would say they have a very good chance of winning this map, but it is far from a free win, because Japan, Quicklid is extremely strong in LM. We've seen him perform well on every single map. And if Alzen manages to keep up on this map, then
although
Indonesia
in the chat, Alzen doesn't seem too confident, but neither does Raze. Players not too sure. It could come down to tournament nerves as well. I mean, this is a really high stakes.
The respect being thrown around.
It's all about the respect.
You gotta respect your opponents. That is a very important thing to do.
Here we go, coming in with the match point, potentially tiebreaking. I don't know, deciding map. I don't know.
Yeah, this is no one finding drops on the starting LN there. Alison finding a little bit of accuracy drops, same with Raze.
Yeah, it looks like that's constituting to Indonesia's like tiniest lead here.
Oh, we see Quicklid and Alison both dropping early on.
Oh, that's not good news for Japan there.
We see Japan holding both the accuracy and the combo advantage now. Just gonna be extending their lead through this slower section.
Well, I think it comes down now to whether or not Indonesia can hold both their full combos, because if they can, I don't think there's a chance for Japan. Every time! It
was trading. We still do have Raze holding the full combo, getting into the harder section of the map. And we have these running LNs going in the background while you have to chord stream. And it seems like Rizal Piranha and Alzen finding drops, but trades are still good for Indonesia here because they do have about a 50,000 point lead. And it does look like Indonesia will be able to bring this to a tiebreaker.
Sorry, I just wanted to keep my mouth shut for the ending there so I didn't curse anymore.
Fair enough. And we see both Raze and Quicklid with very impressive scores, both above 98%. Raze with the, was that almost a full combo? Pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Rizal Piranha asking to practice the tiebreaker.
Yeah, can we have a test run first? I just want to see if we could win. I don't know.
Yeah, just a test run. Just a warm-up of the tiebreaker. But wow, yeah, get hyped. This is gonna be a really interesting match here.
I mean, there is absolutely everything. We did see that before on 7 Colors, which is a fairly mixed chart, we did see that Japan, until the major LN section, we did see that they took a fairly good lead.
Yeah, we did see, and kind of a similar sort of style. There's quite a bit of chord stream and some light LN as well. But I do believe there's a couple heavier LN sections in the map.
Yeah, that could be bad news for Japan, because we saw just like one heavy LN section is enough, because Indonesia not quite catching up on the accuracy, but that combo drops are major.
I do think I actually can't tell who's going to win this, because most of the map is chord stream, just normal rice, and I do think Japan has the edge in their accuracy in those sections.
Yeah. I think Indonesia just needs to keep up with Japan on the right sections. Not too focused on accuracy per se, but just trying to keep their combos. And when it comes to those heavy LN sections, that's where they can take the lead.
Yeah, if Indonesia can just keep up relatively close distance until the very last chorus. The last chorus is where the LNs will really kick in, and perhaps we can see Indonesia bring it back. But who knows? Quick Lead can carry the LN section potentially for Japan.
Yeah, there is potential. Carry potential is real. Again, this might go a similar direction of 7 colors. It might not. It really depends, and it's really hard to tell as well, I think.
See, there's no real advantage by either team. Accuracies average out to be about the same. No one's dropped yet. Watch someone drop right now.
Ooh, now we're safe. It is important to note though that this is a really tense map for all these players because this is in the losers bracket, so losing this match doesn't mean you just go down to losers and you risk getting out. This is a fight to the death for both teams here, and they're holding on.
Ooh. SV seeing some 200s on it, but no one dropping combo. And it's really close still, about a quarter way into the map.
I was seeing Rizzle Pramana just ghost tap there, and I was so worried he was going to drop from it.
Oh my
It's
god.
going to be so... There's nothing worse than just dropping from that.
Yeah, and while the SVs in this map are pretty easy, like they're not too hard, but under the pressure of the tiebreaker, I can't imagine some people dropping.
We're actually seeing Indonesia take the lead here, just after that LN section here, throw some accuracy drops on the Japan side. But still, everyone has their full combo.
So close.
No curse, and no curse.
We're getting some LN pannings, but everyone seems to be fine with these. Ooh. I clenched so hard on the SV section.
Yeah, it's going back and forth. It's so close.
God.
It's so close. What is this? Indonesia takes a slight lead. Oh, because Alzen actually missed. Alzen had the first miss.
Oh my god. Oh, that is... Oh, that's not that good for Japan at all.
Like, everyone else is holding their combo. It's just Alzen who dropped there. And I think that's literally... Because before that, it was dead even. So that's literally all the leaders.
Yeah, he hasn't even dropped his accuracy at all. So the lead is just still a few thousand points. There's no breathing room. That doesn't give any breathing room to Indonesia at all.
All these SVs are just so like so tense.
Ray's finding a drop. Oh no!
Oh no! That's
What's going on?
What's happening? It's going back and forth.
Oh, it's only halfway through the map as well.
We have like didn't matter. This is too much for my heart to handle. No, Ray!
So close! Oh my god, this is like within 1,000 points still.
Oh no!
Rizzle Pramana!
Quickly,
that was a bit of an accuracy
combo. Is Quickly going to carry this on his back? Solo carry? That's Japan in the lead now. Alzen getting a few more drops, but...
Oh, Raze and Alzen trading misses. Oh, there's still like a third of the map left. You can't call anything.
This is...
Less than 10,000 point lead for Japan.
It's still close. There's been so much back and forth, and it's still so close.
Oh, Rizzle Pramana finding a drop on the slow section.
That was the big combo for Indonesia as well.
Japan's gonna start breaking away now.
Reyes was getting some drops on that SV as well. Oh no, Quickly drops as well. That's the last
Oh my god,
combo.
No one's full comboing. And
There
for
are
a
no more
short
full
period,
combos.
Indonesia will be able to make some of the points back, but not if Rizzle Pramana missing.
That was such a large accuracy drop there. That's massive. And now Alzen's the one with the large combo, as well as Reyes.
And Alzen's accuracy is the only one above 99% at the moment.
Why
but
did
then
we
he
talk
drops.
about it?
No! Why did I say that? No! He jumps again! Oh no!
Can Reyes hold his combo?
Oh my god, can Indonesia bring this back at the very end?
Is it gonna come back? It's getting so close.
Oh, it's still close.
It's only 10k. It's only 10k.
Japan just needs to hold on to their accuracy, their combos at the moment.
I think if
That's all they need to do.
Then it's
It's a rice section.
dead even.
This is good.
Oh, it's rice. That's a good point. I think it's gonna be going to Japan. It's those SVs.
We're past the hard part now. I think it's still so close, but I do think that Japan
it's
has
gonna go to
edged it
Japan.
out a little bit. I think
Alzen
they've edged
dropping.
out. Oh no!
I think
Oh, that's not good.
Is
Is that enough though?
that's gonna make it really close. Oh,
Oh no!
oh,
That is 12,000 points. 12,000 points on the tiebreaker. Insanely close.
what was that? That was
All the
so
players getting
intense.
all 4 players getting extremely higher scores, like really close to each other. But Japan
Yeah, it
just
looks like-
manages to take the tiebreaker and will be moving on. What an insane match.
My poor heart can't take it. It's like, oh,
Oh, God.
I was so close the whole time. I felt like I was in the match playing and I was responsible for the victory or not.
Wow.
I can't imagine what the players were going through there. For a moment there, I thought that it was literally going to be Alzen one missing it and everyone else full comboing, but luckily it wasn't just like that and everyone was going to like pick on him.
Oh, I need a little bit of time to calm down now, but huge props to both of the teams. Both teams played their hearts out. I can't even speak properly.
It's too
But,
hard, dude. Don't even worry.
Both Indonesia and Japan, such a good performance by both of these teams. Unfortunately, it is in the losers bracket, so Indonesia will be knocked out here. And that was actually Japan's second tiebreaker in the row. Wow,
Yeah,
what a
this time
roller
they,
coaster for this team.
Yeah, last time they did lose the tiebreaker, however, this time they did manage to bring it back. However, that will also be it for the matches today. We will be back at 2 o'clock UTC in 13 hours, for those of you not in the UTC time zone. And for that match, we will be seeing South Korea versus Brazil. Another match I'm interested to see. It could go in ways people might not expect, but you'll have to tune in to see it. As for that, we'll be closing the stream now. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the matches today.
Yeah,
I had a
thank you.
wonderful time.
Definitely a really exciting day for matches right there. Hopefully tomorrow's is just as close. See you guys next time.
See you, chat.